Hello and welcome to the One Stop Co-op Shop stream, your one stop for co-op news and playthroughs. I'm Peter, and tonight we're playing Frostpunk. I'm here with Jerry. What's up, Jerry?
Not much. Hi, everybody.
And teaching the game tonight is going to be Mike. How you doing, Mike?
Not great. I'm sick. That's why I'm not playing the whole thing with y'all, but I'll try to get you through the first round or two.
Very cool.
So does that mean we have to have a sick person?
Add 5 sick workers to account for me.
Nice. All right, so this is a post-apocalyptic theme, like winter world, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's a pretty famous app game, or not app, like Steam game. But they made a board game adaptation. They did send us a review copy, so I have the physical game, and I'll be doing a physical playthrough next week, assuming I feel better. But yeah, I just played this morning to refresh the rules, and it's hard as heck. For anybody watching, it is very similar to the closest comp for a game I would say is Robinson Crusoe, in terms of being very punishing, in terms of being focused on survival, in terms of having like actions. It doesn't have as many of the randomest elements as Robinson Crusoe, like with the dice and such. But we're still gonna die. I fully expect that Peter and Jerry will die a round or two after I leave. And that's
Why'd you have to compare it to Robinson Crusoe?
I mean, it doesn't play like it, but in feel and like desperation, I think that's the closest comparison.
Well,
so
I feel desperate.
Let's just kind of like talk through. I'm not going to try to go into super detail, but just enough so y'all understand what's going on.
Yep.
So over here is the generator board. These little pieces are going to be moving as the storm and the weather gets worse and worse from these weather cards. And it's going to require us to spend more coal to move this heat marker up. And whichever line it's reaching is going to determine what is a heated action and what is not. So you got like 3 colors of building types that are more and less heated, and you got 3 indications of proximity to the generator in the middle of the board. So basically, if you take unheated actions, like the heat is not high enough and you're going like farther out from the generator where it's hot, then we're going to gain sickness. And this cold marker is going to keep increasing up every round from the weather. And if your heat doesn't reach right underneath it, then you're going to take these also as sickness. If people get too sick, they will die, because that's what cold does to you. And also, you got this number on the left, which during the generator phase is how many cubes you're going to drop into the generator. Now, this mod doesn't have the ability to do that, so we're going to roll some d8s to kind of sort of pretend we're dropping cubes in the generator. They're going to go up here. If you ever get more than 10 up here, then the generator is damaged. If you ever get more than 10 again, the generator explodes. Congratulations, you all die a freezing death.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
None of this sounds good. What kind of place is this?
So this is basically I forget
this ain't Disney World. What's going on?
It's like an alternate reality, like 1800s, and yeah, the entire world is dying, like post-apocalyptic winter caused by who knows what. All right, so over here we get a lot more stuff. This is our hope and what is it? It's like despair or something track. Discontent, I think.
Yep.
So you can have these active or passive. It's better if they're active for the blues. It's better if they are not active for the reds, and you want to get rid of the reds if you can. You lose the game if you run out of blues. Be very careful about that. That's been my most common loss, just like neglecting these, because sudden card draws can cause you to lose one. Although as long as it's white, generally you're going to have to flip it before you take it away, so you have like some safety. And if you ever get 5 discontent tokens, flipped or not, then you
6.
Also lose the game. 5. Oh, it is 6. Oh, that's weird. Oh, I guess because you can see the zeros. So this is telling you how many you have. Okay. This is the round track. The little temperature gauge is the actual current round. Above is telling us what type of citizens we're going to have to feed each turn. Green is children, blue is specialized engineers, and brown is workers. And these are scenario triggers that are unique. So there's, I think, let's say like 9 or 10 scenarios in the base game. And they sort of have like a few different campaigns from the video game. So like they aren't technically campaigns. It's just one-off scenarios, but they like narratively connect. And then this is the storm marker. The weather cards are going to cause it to move closer. Whenever it hits us the first time, all of our tents are going to become unlivable. And then whenever it hits us the second time, bunk houses will become unlivable because we have to have places for our people to sleep and stay warm. So eventually only houses will actually keep our people safe. You'll see how all that works.
Did I mention that I hate the cold? Like, yes. Did I mention that? Like, I'm Greek. We don't go outside. Not when it's cold. Like this is not my home.
Then you got morning cards. You're going to draw one. This is like one of the biggest random elements in the game. You're going to draw one at the beginning of each round, but not the first round. You skip all the like upkeep, crappy, oh no parts of the game and go right into the actions on the first round. You're going to draw one. It'll give you different choices to make. Generally, a lot of the game is like ethical things, like how much you fight for survival, how much you maintain your humanity, and you can like do nasty things or nice things. Most of these will put what are called dusk cards in here. So morning cards happen at the beginning of the round. Dusk cards happen after you've taken all your actions. We start with one social card that we know about, and the whole social deck is faced up because you already know you always know what's going into the deck. And the social card is what's going to trigger a reshuffle of all the discarded cards and any cards remaining in the deck. And then you get a new social card. So you always like know that something is coming. In this case, we've got argument. As a general rule, the more of those red discontent tokens you have and the more active ones, the crappier the social dispute is going to be for you. The more of the hope tokens, the blue ones, and the more flipped hope tokens, active hope tokens, the better it'll be. So like you can look right now, this one says, if you have no active discontent, choose one, you'll get a bonus. That means none of these reds are flipped. So right now that'd be good for you. But it says otherwise, for each type of active discontent, gain a bad effect. So all of them are sort of along those things. You also have a generic one that just makes you sick in there. It's called the Inevitable. That always comes back. But a lot of the morning cards will also, it's a lot like Robinson Crusoe or other games that have sort of like these coming back to bite you events. It'll be like, what? You put your children to work? Well, wait until something happens eventually.
Oh.
Which I did in my last game. Worked out great for me. Everyone was happy.
I'm
Children
sure.
were hard workers. I mean, I did not die. Everything I just said is a lie.
Yes.
So, and then we get to like well, here, we'll skip the main board for one more second. Almost done. Here's the worker board and oh, wait, actually, hold on. I'm sorry. Come back, Peter. I can talk about sickness. So this one is like the most complex kind of thing in the game. So this shows how many you have of each type of units. We currently have 7 children, 8 engineers, 26 workers, and that's like the absolute number of people we have, which is affected by like death and sickness and such. But above it is what actually matters, like generally for mechanics. These are how many meeples of that type we have to house, how many we have for actions. Children can't take actions until you pass laws or get buildings that let them take actions. But right now we've got like 2 actual working engineers and 6 actual working generic workers. Each also have a sick thing. These will move as you do cold actions, as bad things happen to you, as you don't eat, and all kinds of other stuff. At the bottom of each of these, like, divided off things is the penalty. Basically, the flips get you close to dying. The people mean you automatically... the people mean that you have one less worker. Like, they are sick and cannot work.
Got it.
Those don't flip. It's the sickness tokens. They flip to a skull. Nothing happens yet. When they flip back, one person dies.
Got
Which
it.
means you move it back. If you go into a new bracket, then you actually lose a meeple. But bigger thing is now we can come... Oh, actually, one more thing. Food. Yellow is how much food you have. Red is how much hunger you have. Food's sort of delayed by 1 round. So even if you don't have enough food to feed your people, if you get the food past the hunger in the next round, you still won't suffer any negative circumstances. But otherwise, wherever hunger is after you've tried to feed yourself, you'll either get discontent or just straight up have people die. That's how I lost the game. I got about here. 2 people died. When people die, you lose discontent, or you gain discontent and lose hope. And my people just rebelled and killed each other, and it was great. Everyone was happy.
None of this sounds friendly, Mike.
Oh, yeah,
like,
no. I'm going to leave you all to suffer as much as I'm suffering. That's why I told you to pick this game.
Yeah, I was about to say, we could have ended up like slaying Aspire tonight, but no. Instead we're going to suffer through...
Well, after you
we're
die
going to
in
slay
round
ourselves.
2, go slay the Spire after round 2 when you die.
So Michael
over
Newsom
here,
says Frostpunk is a great name for a metal band. And
yes.
Kim says, hi, just jumping on. Curious if any of you have played the PC game and how it compares. I have not.
I have played the PC game a decent amount, and I will let you know after I play.
And I have not played. Usually for all these video game adaptations, I play them a lot, but this one I've never gotten to. All right, so corpse marker. Whenever somebody dies, the corpse marker advances. If it gets to the end, you lose the game. But also, you got to flip a random civilian card over here. And whichever type of person died, you'll see at the bottom, you might have to activate a discontent, and you will lose some hope. You always lose 1 hope. If a child dies, you always lose 2 hope. So don't let your children die, even though they're not actually helping you in any other way.
Unless you pass child labor.
Right? I fast child labor last time. Worked out.
So wait. So when this goes to the end, we lose somebody?
No.
No, we lose
if that goes
the
to the end,
game.
you lose the game. But trust me, usually you're going to lose. If that many people are dying, you're going to lose the game long before that. From
This is every time a person dies, we
correct.
move
It
it up.
advances once. That's the number of corpses.
Got it.
All right. We got wood and coal, the main resources. There is also steam cores. These are very rare and very tough to find, but they let you build advanced buildings or clear out your generator even more. You can also potentially build automatons, which are you have to power them with coal, but they don't feel cold. They are mechanical and awesome. But yeah, here's all our people. And then there's 2 extra actions. We'll get to actions in a second. You can build buildings or get rid of buildings. You can shovel snow to unlock more parts of the board, but you get cold doing so. These are all the buildings you can build in the game. We're going to mainly be concerned about these first 2 columns and our housing. We have to, at some point, build the beacon for this scenario. That's kind of like the first objective you have, which lets you start exploring on these little adventure cards here. They can like have you find more people or find resources and stuff. These other ones are pretty advanced. I don't usually get to them in the basic scenario, but you can see if you do.
+7
the cost
food
at the bottom
seems good.
Hothouse is great. Oh, and they're all great. They cost
it costs
more
four wood and a steam core though.
Yes.
Where
Yes,
do you
these
see
are all
that?
1 wood bottom,
At the bottom.
1 wood, 2 wood, 3 wood, 4 wood steam core, 5 wood, and then this is all housing. Crappy tents, which are only yellow heating. So yellow is the weakest heating, orange is middle, red is best. Means it's easier with less coal to keep yourselves heated. The tents are the ones that will
Go away.
become useless ruins when the storm hits the first time. But they only cost 2 wood. Each of these can hold 2 of our 10 meeples, by the way. The bunkhouses will become ruins after the storm hits a second time, which is usually going to be around like round 9, round 8, round 7. And then houses like have a ruin side. I don't know how that happens. At least in this scenario, it does not. Maybe in other ones, even they.
Can you upgrade the tents?
You can't upgrade tents. That's why they flip to a white side. But for all the rest of the buildings, if you see down here where it has 1 wood or 1 steam core or 2 steam core, kind of in gold.
Yes.
That's the upgrade cost, which comes from this workshop. So some things become better. They all generally become better heated. So like here, this gathering post went from yellow to red. But they also like get you more stuff. Like this sawmill now lets you cut down trees that are farther away. The coal thumper now puts out more coal. The medical tent heals more people. So, and then these are buildings that might be unlocked based on laws you pass. I think we got enough for now. So it's a lot. Let's talk about the basic action. So here's our board. We've got the generator, which has these spaces here count as spaces for building things, except not this one. This is where the drawer would pull out in the actual physical generator to see which cubes have come out, so you can't build there. But you can build here and here. You can also build here where like there's coal and wood, but if you do, all the resources there immediately go away. So like try not to do that. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. But once you collect them, then you can build there freely. So in terms of heating, the things on the same tile as the generator are the easiest to heat. If you look over here at the thing, it's this one. And these are connected. So you'll see like yellows, one tile away from the generator and 2 tiles away from the generator all increase at the same time. Oranges and on the generator's tile are increase together in terms of what you need to spend fuel to make them heated. And reds almost never increase. So red buildings are almost always going to be incredibly cheap to heat.
So the higher up this is, the worse it is. We're trying to get our heat marker past where these are.
Yeah, so if it's on the line above, like if right now, if the heat marker was here, orange buildings would be a heated action within 1 near tile. So like right here would be a heated action. But yellow buildings and all the way out here on the far tiles would not be a heated action. You would take sickness for doing actions there.
But you don't necessarily want to heat it all the way to the top, Goose. You might want to just heat it up to the orange level, for example.
Usually on average, unless you like really have a lot of yellow buildings. And the thing is, you take the best heating. So if you have a yellow building, but it's on the tile with the generator, then reaching this spot will heat it.
Is enough.
Whether or not you've reached
So this is any yellow building anywhere on the board.
Correct.
But this is...
Right.
It's or. Okay, I got it.
And it's either or in your benefit.
Got it.
So like red buildings, you can build out like all the way out here, and they're still going to be warm as heck. Yellow buildings, you often want to put here. Orange, kind of tends to go in like the matching thing.
Got it.
Yeah, so basic action, you can put, so all these apply for engineers and basic orange workers unless they have a little engineer icon. So you put something in space, it's called a gather resources action. You get 2 of the resources on that space. And spaces are divided. So this tile has 2 spaces, one with 1 coal, one with 2 wood. So if I went here, I could get 2 wood. If I went here, I'd get the 1 coal.
So can I start by going here first thing? I know I wouldn't be heated, but
Yes.
I can go
go
anywhere.
there
There's
first.
no moving your meeples or anything.
Correct. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
literally
there
just
is,
worker
like,
placement. Okay.
Yes. So that's gathering resources. And for anything, a building, a space where you gather resources, if a worker's already there, you can't put another one. So you couldn't like put 2 workers here to get 4 wood. You'd have to space it out over the course
to
of
try to
rounds.
clear it out quicker, so that's a space to build in. Right. Okay.
Exactly. You do start with 3 buildings that start on the board. It's not always a cookhouse, but in this scenario it is. So other things, trees are over here. You can't do a dang thing with them, although you could build a building there and just throw them away until you either put a lumber mill on the same tile with them, which is a 2 wood a sawmill that lets you cut down trees for 3 wood for each tree. Or there are some technology cards. Let's see, did you get the chainsaw?
No.
Yeah, so it looks like sawmill is going to be your only way. Steam cores are also resources, so if you go there, you can pick it up for upgrading and building cool buildings. And then you can go on a building to take the action. If the building has, as both of these do, but that one does not, it's kind of hard to see. Here, if you look at one of the... Here, zoom in on the workshop here, Peter.
I wish I could. The zooming in this mod is not great, and this is the official mod.
It is, yeah.
What are you talking about? Just use your mouse wheel.
But do you see the bottom left sort of gearish icon?
Yep.
That indicates that building and that action can only be taken by an engineer. So the workshop, the medical post for healing us. This one is how you repair the generator. Remove up to 5 cubes that have fallen out of the generator over here so it doesn't explode. And this one is to pass a law. We'll get to the laws in a second. Cookhouse, you spend 3 food. You can either get rid of 1 discontent or gain 1 hope. Whenever you get rid of or gain, you can flip 1 or get rid of 1 that's already exhausted, like on the black side. So for -1 discontent, you can get rid of the anger. If you got +1 hope, you could either flip this justice or you could draw a random 1 from the bag and add it. All right?
Yep.
There's 3 types with 3 each.
Yeah, it's just... So the types... I think they do have... over here, they got a card that like sort of summarizes the symbols. But the hand is greedy because you're trying to grab everything. The little like shouting like voice marks are anger. And the ... is apathy because you don't get enough of a crap to actually do something and have a better icon. And then we have justice, the pillar, care, the heart, and motivation, the fire.
Got it.
And things will like call those out specifically. It'll be like, oh, flip 1 care. Like each of you has a card in your hand that lets you, an advisor it's called, that you can use 1 of them once per round, but you have to flip the matching hope token. And it lets you do
we have
special.
different hands? We have different cards.
Yeah. You each have totally different civilian cards that they'll let you basically boost specific actions.
All right,
so other actions.
I still don't have
just about
much of an idea of what I'm doing, but I'm going to let Jerry go first.
You're trying to build housing so you don't freeze to death. You're trying to collect resources so you can build buildings to level up and get your technology better and get more food.
Is there a way to just get food or no?
Yep, it is, right. So it is all building based.
It's the hunter hut.
Hunter's hut.
Got it.
So then other action here. This is always heated. This one here is always heated. If you put a person there, worker or engineer, you can build up to 3 buildings and or remove up to 3 buildings. You don't get anything like back. You don't like get wood back from removing buildings. So you could like build 2 buildings and get rid of 1, for example. That's going to almost always be wood as a cost, as you saw. And then this one is digging snow. You either place 2 of the near tiles, which are these ones here, with a picture of the generator on the back.
Yep, or one of the...
Or 1 far tile. That's always a cold action. And again, for each cold action, you just advance the sickness for the matching meeple 1 time. So if you had an engineer dig snow, boom. Doesn't hurt you the tiniest bit when you're in the 4s. Once you get to 5, you start flipping towards death. Once you get up into the 10s, you're also losing workers.
Is there a way to get them to go backwards or no?
Yeah,
That's another building. Yes, here, I'll just go through the buildings. So workshop, once you get that, you start getting free advancement towards your 4 tech cards, which are randomized each game. You're going to pick one. It shows you a number of days. You're going to put it that many rounds in advance. And then once you reach it, you get the tech card. You pick another one and put it in advance that many rounds as well.
Okay.
So the workshop, it has a little 2 times and then like upgrade up or technology. It's only an engineer. And you can either and or it's a 2. You can take either action. You can advance the development token towards you, so the tech advance. You get the technology sooner, and or you can upgrade buildings. Again, costing the wood or the.
Okay, so the number in the circle is how much it costs
That's
to build
it,
and then upgrading's what's beneath it.
Exactly. So if you send an engineer to the workshop and you had like 2 wood, you could upgrade multiple ones. The workshop itself cannot be upgraded.
I was about to say, there's literally nothing on this. So it really mostly just, all right, it gets a little bit better and it becomes easier to heat.
Yeah, and it depends on the thing. Yeah, so the charcoal kiln, you can spend 1 wood to get coal. And again, you have to put a person there. That one's not engineer specific. Hunter's Hut gets you food, but also the animal head, and it's 2 animal heads on the back. That is a free food during each the beginning of each turn, like the hunting phase, whatever it's called. So it's not just for like by sending people there. So that's your primary one. The hothouse is nice, especially if you upgrade it. But oh, and by the way, the big buildings you need to put them on both spaces of a tile, as you can imagine.
So this, for doing the action, you get 4 food, but you also get 1 food free a turn. Whereas here, it's 7 food for taking the action, but nothing at the end of the turn.
And the big thing is since it's on 2 different spaces, you can send 2 workers here each round.
Ah.
So it's actually potentially 14 or 18 food for that single building.
Got it.
Gathering post is great. Say it was here and that wood wasn't. So whenever you send somebody there, you get to get 1 resource from every space on that tile and on every adjacent tile. So gathering here, you would get 1 coal and you would get 1 steam core. Trees are not resources. You can just get like that, so that we would not get that. Or if it was here, 1 gather would get you coal, wood, and a steam core. So it's a way to like get resources without putting yourself out in the cold as much.
That seems good, Jerry. We should probably do that.
Well, we have limited spaces to build, and we have to build something to shelter our people. Don't forget.
It's a factory I haven't gotten, but if you get a bunch of steam cores, it lets you build an automaton, which again is a worker, but you have to spend a coal each time you use an automaton to work, so it's expensive. Sawmills, you already saw, they have to be on the tile, and an upgraded sawmill can cut down a tree on any adjacent tile as well.
Got it.
And then medical post pushes whatever your mix you want of sickness tokens back 3. That's great because in a way it's kind of like feeding your people. It's kind of like stopping the cold. Like it does a lot of things just by healing them. Again, the beacon you need for this scenario, but then also it lets you go here as an action. The coal thumper puts 3 coal out on 3 adjacent spaces. So it just creates more coal for you. And if you can, combine that with the gathering post, it's very nice. Infirmary is a better medical post. Hothouse you already saw. The wall drill and the coal mine are awesome, but they're tough to get. So you randomly got 3 like far tiles set out with connection. Then you'll see these other 3 corners have either coal or wood on them.
Yep.
If you build out all the way to there, like let's say you had one here, you could build in this case, a coal mine there. And it's a permanent source of coal. You can send up to 2 people there for 4 coal. Every time
on both sides too, so you can do it twice for 8, right?
Yes. Correct, exactly.
Correct. And it's got to be adjacent to this.
Yes.
Correct. And you see that they have to be out in the cold, so they're a nice one to upgrade. Although it's very expensive to upgrade them because then they become red.
Got it.
And same thing for the wood drill, except
all right. How does
and again all
work?
the buildings are identical. So, yes, I would recommend get some food, get some shelter. Maybe get a workshop so you can start getting techs.
Well, how does the shelter work?
So it takes a space. It costs 2 or 3 or 4 wood.
Yep.
And you can put 2 people in there at the end of the turn is the night phase. You're gonna every person that doesn't have somewhere to sleep, that is heated, is going to add 1 more sickness. Pretty much everything comes back to if you can't do it, take some sickness.
So we need to get 2, 4.
You are
6,
not going to
8,
house
10
everybody
housing.
this round. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Alrighty.
But then if you want to look at them, there's a lot. But Here, come all the way over to the upper right.
Yeah.
You always have so these are laws that one action on the left that only an engineer can take to the left of the generator passes these. You immediately gain or lose the indicated discontent. If it ever is a specific type of discontent, that's worse, and if it's a specific type of hope, that's better. What it means is you draw a random token, and then if anywhere on the track you have an exhausted of that type, you flip it. So like for the care house, you would first draw a random token, and then if you had a non-active heart anywhere on the track, you would get to flip it. So it can give you like 2 advancements for 1, basically.
So these are laws that we can only do that up at the top or whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? These are the laws that weren't used. These are the laws you can use. My fault. Because you always have we always have these. No, wait. You always have
it's you get 4
8.
random ones. Yeah.
You always have these 8, and they're in pairs, like opposing pairs. So if you pass child labor, you can't pass child shelter. If you pass food additives, you can't pass heated meals. So child labor gives you can unlock a special building that child shelter lets you unlock a building that'll house up to 4 kids. You only have 2 kids, so it's probably not worth it. Child labor lets you put kids to work, but it has a really negative dusk card that goes in the deck. So also, again, I wouldn't recommend it. You can see they each have 3 cards because each have 2 different dusk cards. You're going to randomly shuffle one of them into the dusk deck. Okay. So, but generally speaking, the ones that are nice are going to give you a nice dust cards. The ones that are bad are going to give you a bad dust card. You just don't know when it's going to come.
All right. So, couple questions. How do we get our heat up? Number 1.
1 coal for each increase. And you can do it at any time, like before you take action. So, for example, I would just say right now you should probably spend at least 2 coal, if not 3.
Yeah. All right. So this is not an action. This is just a thing.
No, it's just
we spend 2 coal. Let's move that up.
And you can do it again later, so you don't have to like be done with that. So right now, everything except yellow and far tiles is heated. Right. All right. And even like this yellow would be heated because, of course, it's not a far tile. So literally only yellows in this spot would not be heated right now. And
gathering out here.
Gathering there, exactly. All right, so you can take turn taking 1 action, but you can talk about it.
I don't know what the cards in my hand. Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, so there's citizens cards.
We have to discard 1, right?
You each have to discard 1, but let's talk about what they do first. So here, I grabbed. Do you want to look at?
You stole my card. Zoom on them. Why? Oh, when they're out of your hand, you can zoom in on them.
Yeah, I was having the same issue. So
weird.
These give you bonuses to actions. Okay. So here we'll look at Chrissy Klimowski.
Okay.
So it'll have a worker type in the upper left, and then it'll have an action in the middle, like in this case, construct. And what happens is if you send a worker to perform the construct action, you can discard this card. It's a one-time use. And then you get whatever the bonus is, or like it alters the action. So performing this action is normal, except you may use 2 sub-actions to upgrade a building by paying its upgrade cost. So she kind of combines a build action and a workshop upgrade action in one.
That's good.
And then this one, so this is interesting. This says use a building, a medical post, or an infirmary to cure 2. So first of all, it replaces the regular use of the building, which is cure 3. So ignore the building unless it says otherwise. But also it can break the rules of the game. A child cannot go to any building, can't take any action at all in the base game. But once per game, you could have this kid go and help out with curing in cure 2.
So these are once per game ever?
Correct.
Okay.
Then finally, you're going to each discard 1.
We said the special.
And the one in the upper right, the cost in the upper right is the cost you must pay. So you're going to immediately maybe like lose some resources or make some people sick. And then you both have an advisor. You pick 1 advisor per turn. But I mean, if you don't use them, then it's fine. But basically, they let you. Where is it? They let you.
This is my advisor.
Flip a specific type. Yeah. So if you exhaust justice, which is the blue, so you actually have one of those. It would let you reveal 3 dust cards, choose 1 to place on the discard pile without carrying its effects, then place the other 2 back in the deck. You always shuffle the dust cards, so it wouldn't let you like pick what's going to be on top, but you could like take a really nasty one out for at least 1 round. And then finally, I think I'd said this, but yeah, the bottom is like the penalty for somebody dying. You can, I don't do this, but if you're really worried about flipping a worse card, you can discard one of your civilian cards when somebody dies to use the thing at the bottom as though you had drawn it. But then, of course, the card is gone.
All right, that's the one I'm discarding.
All right, I'm getting rid of one of my kids. So let's see what my 3 kid cards are, because we don't have that many kids. A lot of them. So I figure... Is it better?
You can only play 1 civilian card per round, by the way. You just leave it in front of you to remind you that you have done so.
Reveal 3 far tiles and place each on either the top or the bottom of the stack.
It's scouting. It doesn't actually get you anything.
Oh, actually, maybe I keep the kid ones because I can't use the kids. We can't use the kids otherwise, right? So
Correct.
Maybe we keep
Unless
the
we
kid
pass child
cards.
labor.
All right, we'll keep
Correct.
the kid cards and we'll get rid of one of these cards.
All right, I'm discarding this guy. Pat Obara. Do you want to...
You have to take 1 wood from the map, Jerry, if you want to.
Take 1 wood from the map, so I'm taking this one away.
So now that space
Because
is
that'll
open
free up
for
a spot.
building. Yep.
Did you see that, Goose?
Okay, I saw you, or I heard you say you were removing a wood.
Yeah,
Alright.
you take away the wood right here.
Why wouldn't
That's
you
the cost
remove
of
it
this.
from here?
Because now he's got a space.
Now we have a space to build on.
Oh, there was only 1 wood there. Got it.
Correct.
Yes.
Oh, I thought
Now-
I was like, why don't you get it to an even number? I thought
Oh,
there
yeah,
was
if there
2
was
wood
2
there and you
wood, then
put it
yes,
to
that would've
1.
been
I
dumb.
was so confused. All right, no, yeah, I totally get why you want to remove the 1. All right, so perform this action on an unoccupied space that has 1 or more trees. Remove a tree from that space and gain 2 wood. Okay,
So it lets you cut down a tree without any technology. It's
seems
pretty
not
nice.
terrible. Do you have to clear the space, or can you just build on top of the trees?
You can build on top of them and it's all go away.
Yeah.
So you can build on
perform
top
this
of anything.
action as normal, and then place 2 coal below the chosen expedition. Gain the 2 coal when the scout returns from that expedition.
So to briefly explain expeditions, they're not too complicated. Once you've built the beacon, which does literally nothing else, that's why it's white, like you never actually take an action to go there.
Yeah.
But again, you need to build it. That is your scenario goal from this scenario card by round 4, which is where the first little green token is over here. If you've done it by then, you're going to get a bonus. If you haven't done it by then, you're going to get kicked in the nards.
I want that.
But yeah, so then you can take the deploy scout action. You can do a engineer or worker. The nice thing is they don't need to have shelter while they're out. So it does kind of take away slightly from your need to shelter people. You pick one of the cards. Every weather phase, the weather cards, in addition to indicating how much these like things are going to increase and make it harder to heat yourself, are going to give you a number of advancements for that little symbol you see here. That's how far your person goes up. Once they reach the topmost space, you can either ignore the card and keep going to the next one. So next you go to a B and then a C. The rewards get better, as you can imagine. And you get an indication of what's probably the reward.
So this
the
is
3
probably
people. And then the bag is resources and some are question marks. Or you can flip the card. And often they'll give you a keep going, which is the blue arrow going forward, or return back. But either way, they'll often have resources. So here you would get 3 wood and 2 food. If you went back, you would immediately bring it into your supply. If not, you would leave it with the expedition. They would keep on going to a B card. Sometimes even though you flip it, you still get to keep on going if you want to. And then like eventually they'll bring back everything they found. So you can like get a crap ton of stuff basically.
Okay. So my person...
That's what deploy scouts means. And
this
your
person would get to bring 2 coal with them on the expedition.
Like it would create 2 coal for you whenever they come back.
Yeah. All right. Perform this action as normal, except you may use 2 sub actions to upgrade a building. I mean, I think we keep her. The wood one I don't care as much about. We'll figure that. All right. So I'm getting rid of that person.
All right, so that one is spend 1 coal.
So we got to spend a
You
coal.
lose 1 of your coal. Yep. And you already heated.
I did.
All right. So what's your actual action, Peter?
I'm gonna get us some wood. So I'll go here with the normal person and get some wood.
2. Oh, he died. 10 sickness if your meeples
Yep.
fall over.
He's dead.
I mean, is this now a dexterity game? Is that what we're doing?
Yep.
That's why Mike likes it.
Yes, clearly. All right, Jerry.
I do love dexterity games.
What are you doing?
I'm going to pass a law.
Oh, jeez. Law you passing, Jerry?
I don't know.
Save the children.
Yeah, so,
Save the children.
So this
Jerry.
is food related. This is children related.
How do we get food?
This one is shelter related. Makeshift shelters lets you use the buildings that have flipped the ruins from storm as one sleeping. And crowded quarters lets your shelters have 1 additional person, so you can fit 3 in instead of 2.
But it gets us anger.
Yeah, well, it gets you a random red, and because you have an anger on the track, you would also
No.
flip it automatically.
That seems terrible. Don't do that.
It would be a double. Now, if you can get rid of the anger, such as from going to the cookhouse and spending 3 food you don't have.
Yeah, we need food.
Then it would work. You can feed him sawdust, Jerry. Then your food problem won't be as bad.
Food additives? Great.
I would not recommend doing either of these. They unlock like 4 more buildings, and you guys don't need to worry about that right now.
I was going to do child labor.
Yeah, do it. I did it in my game. Worked out great.
See, I was thinking more child shelter, man.
All right.
Then we don't have to shelter them.
Well, you still have to build
you
it.
You have to build
it. Costs 2 wood to build, but you can build it as part of the passing a law action, which is not that great. But yes, the child. Here, I'll show it to you.
Here, we'll do this. Well, we're doing child shelter.
The child shelter is an orange building that can hold 4 children. They only have 2 right now. All right, so do you want to spend the 2 wood, I assume, to immediately?
Can we do it immediately?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's part of what the law says. Jerry, you can even put it up there unless you think it's easier to heat orange. Yeah. Than to heat.
Send them out into the cold to get
walk
to
to your bed.
So we have enough for 4 kids now. And now we shuffle in one of the good cards too, right?
Yeah. So shuffle those cards and put one into the dust deck and shuffle them all up together. And then additionally, it was plus a hook token. So
wait, what?
Either it has a plus blue for
Yes.
passing it. So there you go. You got a random care, or you could have flipped the justice. I know you were probably looking.
No, we already had the justice.
Yep.
Oh, so you just need one of each.
Well, things like, for example, your advisors would flip certain ones.
All right, I'm still not sure.
Some cards care about
why we need.
I'm not sure of what.
Why?
I mean, I wouldn't use them right now.
All right, I'm gonna build
sometimes it
some
can be good.
stuff.
Whoa,
use
don't.
your-
No, don't. Well, unless you want to build over a resource. I guess
I'm
you
gonna
could
build here and here and here. We got 3
All right.
spots, right?
What are you going to
Do
build?
you want to use your special action, Peter?
What does it do?
You can also upgrade 2 of the things right away as well. Not her. It was the lady with like her.
Okay, perform an action. So it's got to be an orange worker, right?
Yep.
Except you may use 2 sub actions to upgrade the buildings. Pay by upgrade.
For example, you could build 2 hunters' huts for 2 wood,
and
and then for 2 more wood, upgrade them both where they're giving you 4 free wood a turn instead of 2, and they give you 5 when you go to them instead of 4.
And you mean 2 free food a turn?
Yes, sorry, 2 free food each a turn because the
That's what I was thinking. So I guess first we should get this coal though, right?
Well,
So,
if you send a meeple there, you
you can't build there the turn you harvest it, so there is a lag when you can build.
oh, we got this base too. All right, I'm doing it. I'm building. So I'm taking an orange person, put it here. I'm gonna use that lady.
You build up to 3 buildings.
I'm just
and then
gonna
with
use
her
the crap
also
out of
upgrade
all
up
of our
to 2.
stuff. So I'm gonna do the hunter's huts here and upgrade. So that costs 2 wood, right?
Yep.
Another one here and upgrade.
Dude?
That's 2 more wood.
How are we going to shelter our people?
That's a story for another day. I'm gonna buy shelter also. Look at that.
Lovely 10th, and will never go bad.
I mean, we can build over it later, right?
Yeah, of course.
Do you want me to build an
Yeah, but it
orange
takes
one?
an action to destroy it.
Do you want me to build?
Well, it takes 1 of your 3 actions to destroy it.
Do you want me to build orange one instead? I mean, we have the 3 wood.
Orange ones tend to last again until like round 7 or 8.
All right, we'll build an orange one. Fine.
10s
Done.
tend to last around 3 or 4.
So you've sheltered 2 of our people. Good.
Oh, and the 2 kids. You got 4 out of 10. You're doing great, Jerry.
And we're gonna get
Uh-huh.
food, so they'll be happy. And with that food,
Well, food is a lagging thing. Shelter is like an immediate thing.
it's fine.
Cooperative game, Jerry. Good luck.
Everybody's fine.
Remember, Peter wants his stream to be an hour long, and the teach was about
I
45
guess,
minutes,
yeah,
so
I
you gotta
guess.
die quickly.
All right,
Jerry, what you
so
doing?
I guess I'm gonna have to gather.
More wood, yep.
All right, and that's heated.
Yes, that's heated because it's in the second ring.
All right. I'm gonna get us some food. 5 food.
Let's see. Just move the green or the yellow one up 5.
Seems good.
Alright.
We got +1 to what? Fighting now? So I guess
I
we
am
don't
going
need.
No. That is only for hunger. You don't get any bonus from having a big stockpile of food. You get negatives from not feeding your people.
So
All right,
we
we're gonna
don't-
explore 2 tiles.
We don't need 2 of
That's-
these. I guess the +2 free food.
You
is-
put them both first, Jerry, and then you flip them, so
Yep.
you don't know what you're getting.
All right.
You might want to lock them in once they're flipped. I will say there aren't too many of them, but look at this tile over here, just in case this comes up after I leave. You see how it's got a 3 food on the divider?
Yep.
That is an immediate one-time food bonus you get because the tile has crappier resources, generally speaking.
Gotcha.
So this is 2 coal?
Right, so 2 coal there and 4 more coal there. Yep. Anybody got another building space? That was good. Now, Jerry, was that a worker who took that action?
Yep. So he gets
Make workers 1 sickness.
Wait, why?
Because shoveling is always a cold action.
Ah. So where is that action?
It's right here. And you see how it has a little hypodermic needle to remind you it's always going to cause sickness?
Gotcha.
I mean, there's technologies that stop that, I think, right?
Yes, and then automatons can shovel snow without getting sick as well.
So do you want me to
All
get
right, you got an engineer and a regular person.
more wood? Let me clear off another building space. So I'll do this and get this wood, which is heated because it's within 1 space, right? So our heating's here. So if it was an orange action, which it can't be, obviously, because it's not a building, but it's within 1 space. So this is your space. This is within 1. All right. I'm starting to get it.
And there are some scenarios where, like, the generator is over here. So there are many actions that will always be cold. But this is the basic scenario, so you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff.
All right, I guess I have to build.
2 tents or 1 bunkhouse and something else.
2 tents.
All right.
Well, I mean, there's nothing else really to... We're going to build a gathering post. Is there anything... I guess gathering post here isn't bad, right?
Pretty bad right now. It would literally only gather that, and that.
Yeah, we
built one here. It would gather all of this.
I mean, cold doesn't seem like an issue. I almost feel like
Cold will be an issue so much because every turn you have to spend at least 1 more, generally speaking, to survive, as you will see in a second.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. So there are a lot of phases. I'm going to hang out with you until we at least finish this up. So here they have a thing, and this little phase tracker goes. So we do the dusk phase. Sometimes there are effects that will resolve during the dusk phase, but generally there aren't. So go ahead and shuffle the 3 cards. Flip the top one onto the discard pile. Let's see what happens. Oh, you got your child one. Let's see what it says.
After receiving intense courses and on-site training from your engineers, the young apprentices help to progress our technology research significantly. Their bright ideas and enthusiasm found fertile ground. See? How's the kid?
So, if the child shelter has been built, which it has, and by the way, so there are icons on a lot of dusk cards. Let me show you an example. You see how this one's got the shuffle in the upper right?
Yep.
As I already said, that's the one that triggers a full shuffle of everything. Most or many other cards will also have an X, a red X in the upper right. That means it goes away after being resolved once. So this card is a permanent boon coming back into your deck every time you draw your social social dispute card. So it's a permanent, and the one for putting children to work would have also been a permanent oh crap every time you drew it.
So that's the flag in the upper right? Is that what that means?
No, the flag I think that shows that it relates to a law. The lack of anything in the upper right is the one that says that you don't have to track it.
Got it.
All right, so you don't have the development token. Oh, you don't have any wood left? Yep. Yeah, so it is useless to you right now, unfortunately. But it wasn't bad, and not bad.
Move the deployment token 1 space backward on the round track.
You don't have a workshop, and we haven't started researching anything.
Until you build the workshop to start being able to upgrade, you do not have a development token. You are not getting tech. Oh, you want to look at your text real quick?
Well, otherwise, wait, do we get 2 hope?
No, it says -2 hope if you never built the shelter. That's a purely bad effect.
Got it.
So, Peter, if you want to look at the technologies real quick. So, advanced automatons. Usually automatons can't do, I think, engineer buildings, but this basically makes automatons into engineers. And also, if automatons, if you have heated red buildings, automatons don't cost coal. So suddenly automatons become amazing. If you don't have any yet, then it is a 5-turn development to complete. Natural fertilizer makes the hothouse, if you use an engineer, actually get rid of corpses and get you more food. You can, use your own imagination for that. Slowly create as people. The generator safety system, before checking for generator breakdown, if there are 2 or fewer stress cubes on the overflow space, that's where, like, if you go over 10, the generator gets close to exploding. You just remove those cubes without any effect. So it makes you not to die from a little bit of an overage. And then you also get rid of more stress cubes, 6 instead of 5. And then
you
finally,
can-
nutrition education. You may use the cookhouse with a child meeple.
that seems good.
Cookhouse is the one that improves your mood and such.
I mean, we could have used
All right.
them because we had children to spare. So that
was the dusk phase. Now it's the hunger phase. So hunger phase, first, if you have existing hunger, you pay 1 food to move it back. So let's say y'all were here. You get rid of all the hunger. You get rid of 5 food. Okay, that makes sense?
Yep.
Then, if any hunger is left, you suffer the effect, which is going to be +1 discontent and killing the indicated number of people if it's really far. Currently, you have nothing, so you're fine. Finally, you look forward to next turn. You feed the people who are above the round marker. You are feeding your children this round. How many children do you have?
6.
7.
Oh, 7.
So go down to 1
8
food.
to 1.
How hunger would have accumulated. Let's say next round you don't get any food for some dumb reason, and you have 8 engineers. You would spend your 1 food as much as you can, and then you get 7 hunger. So it doesn't hurt you that round. It pays forward to the next round. You have a chance to get it.
But then we still have
what's
to
really
get
gonna
that
kick you-
plus the next round.
Yes. So the 26 is where it's going to hurt.
Well, no,
But
because
again, you can do like 13 of it. Well, yes, I think you'll be fine with the upgrades you've already done. But I'm just saying, that's like the 3rd round, 6th round. That's when it's gonna be a little.
So do we
tougher.
get now 4 food?
No, that's coming later. That's during the weather phase. All right, and finally the night phase. Get all your people back. You can just click they have an automated retrieve meeples button right here. All right, then technically, technically you're supposed to lay down the ones who have shelter, but I think y'all can just count. So you have 2 child shelter and 4 adult shelter. So how
Now we
much
have
worker?
6 adult shelter.
6 adult shelter.
Oh shoot, I forgot you built. Okay, so
So
then
2
you are
people get
only
sick.
short 2. So yeah, you can do 1 engineer and 1 worker. You can do both, but either way, it's going to push them up. All right, you're still fine. Cool. And we go to the next round. So I'm going to show you the final phases. They are all summarized here. So dawn phase, you pass the leader token. Is this?
Means I go
So
first.
Jerry's first this
Yeah,
time.
so Jerry's first. Where are you, Jerry?
Where all those
You're
cards
right.
are.
I got this.
All right. Now, Jerry, draw a morning card and read it. You can put it right up under this resolved events.
The Quack from the Burrow. There's a man who people call the Quack from the Burrow. He seems to have a talent for convincing folk of his healing skills. He has started to treat patients for a small fee.
All right, so y'all can discuss, but Jerry, you have the final say of which choice you make.
Let
All
him
right, can
do
we
it.
Let him do it. We need all the help we can get. We cure 4, increase hunger by 3, and add D058 to the dust deck.
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
Probably
Let's send one of
usually
our
you can tell
qualified-
whether it's a bad card or not.
Let's send one of our qualified engineers to re-educate him. It might do more harm than good working on his own. Place 1 spent engineer token in the supply.
All right, so that means that you would have 1 less engineer to take action with this round. You would
Just
put a
this
token
round,
into them.
though.
Just this round, yeah. So they are back the next round.
Or forbid him from his activities. Publicly announce that he is just a charlatan. That should keep the people away from him.
Yeah, that always works. That always works.
Plus 1 discontent.
I mean-
I say option 2.
I agree with you. I was going to say the same thing. So we
All right,
spend
so
so we
Yeah.
add dust card 59.
These are the spent tokens. And you're supposed to like put the person on them just to help you remember. That worked out great. Somebody else.
Why don't
do
we
it.
just... Sure.
I was just
Whatever.
going to move him off to the side, but yes.
Yeah,
that's-
I was just going to put him down.
Now he still exists. He like still needs shelter. You know, like nothing else happens. All
I
right,
was just gonna put him
so
on the construction.
these are
So
the dusk cards.
59.
Yeah, so I think they're in order if you search for 59 or.
I'm
I can-
Hold on. I'm doing
You're
it.
already doing it.
I'm
So
already
when do we
doing it.
put these cards in? I'm confused about these.
So whenever we draw the one that's already in there that you saw, that's going to reward you for not having any active discontent. After you resolve that card, you'll shuffle all the discards, all the current deck. You'll get rid of the one you drew, and you'll put this next one, but you know what it is.
Got it. All right. So we're good.
And this has so here you can see all the options were a red X. Usually the morning cards don't stick around unless they're like an ongoing event that you have to deal with. Usually they create dusk cards.
So
that might
this is
stick around.
trash now.
Correct. Yes.
So
that's
this
the
is
trash pile.
how we started.
You don't need that at all anymore. But there are,
Right.
I think, 6 or 7. They're all up here.
Six.
Different 6, and then they have 3 different difficulty settings. This is normal difficulty. Congratulations on dying. They have 2 higher difficulties if you would like.
Yeah. All right.
So, like,
So we move.
there's one that has like 5 engineers and 2 people, or there's ones that start with automatons. They can be very different in terms of like how you're playing.
So now we're on the generator phase.
First, it says heat the generator. Usually, you're not going to do this, but if you wanted to add more coal, this is your last chance to do so.
We don't want to do
Then you gain sickness based on spaces between you and the cold marker. So right now you're going to get 1 worker sickness, unless you want to spend 1 coal to prevent that.
Let's spend the coal.
Oh, that also puts 1 more coal in the generator.
I would recommend not doing that, Peter.
So wait, what does that mean?
We're about to drop this many coal cubes from the supply, not your own coal, into the generator tower.
Okay.
In this case, roll the die, and they'll go up here, and they'll make you get closer to blowing up.
So how do we get these out of here?
We have to
So
take this action.
This
With an engineer.
engineer-only action gets rid of 5 of them. Or if you discard a steam core, it gets rid of all of them, and that's when you upgrade your steam tower, so it's harder to drop cubes in.
Got it.
I vote we take a sickness.
Sure. A kid sickness, right? Or does it have to be orange?
No, it's a worker one.
It'll tell you who it is. All right, so now you're dropping coal. I think actually it's only rolling 1 die until you get the upgrade. So go ahead and roll if you get a 1 or 2. I guess right now it's sort of silly.
Are they both the same?
We're rolling 2 and taking the higher one.
No, I think it might. Either way, you got 2. It's fine. I don't really remember. If anybody in the chat remembers what their like little workaround rule was, but yeah. So both coal fall straight to there. All right, so that's it for the generator phase. And then you would check if the generator exploded, if anything was left in this overflow spot. The first time all this crap happens, every single token advances, so it's hard to heat yourself, and you flip the little heat marker over to show, by the way, this goes back down to 0 each round.
Oh.
If it overflows twice, yes, you got to keep on fire in the furnace. All right, weather phase. Get ready to be kicked more. So draw the top weather card, Jerry. Flip it onto the bottom pile. And move each of those up the amount indicated.
Oh, no.
Yep. So red almost never moves. Gain 1 food for each deer head you have, which I believe is 4.
Yep.
Right? And advance anybody on the expeditions 3, which you don't have any of, and advance the storm token 1 round. But I'm sorry, we should have also advanced. That was the very first thing we should have done. Yeah. So whenever that reaches us, tents are going to flip.
So advance
to
means
side.
toward us.
Toward us, correct.
Which is bad.
All right, preparation phase. Choose an advisor if you would like. So I do have an advisor.
Is this one per
You don't
game?
have to use them. No, it's once per round, and you can use them over and over again. They cost.
So let's see what mine is. Why don't you pull yours out, Jerry, and let's see what ours do.
Already out.
Where's yours? Oh.
We might as well say you have yours, because it's just an option. You don't have to use it, but y'all don't have an active motivation, but you do have an active justice, so you could.
So only if you exhaust motivation, place 1 near tile. If all near tiles have already been placed, place a far tile instead. So
It's
whenever
like a free half dig,
you exhaust a motivation, so is that something good? So motivation is.
We don't have a motivation.
motivation is the fire.
So whenever you exhaust it, meaning turn it from face up to face down, is that exhausting?
Correct. So right now you could use the exhausting of justice. You don't have a motivation to exhaust.
Got it. All right. So
All
yours. Right. So what's mine do? Only if you exhaust justice, reveal 3 dust cards. You may choose 1 to place on the dust discard pile without carrying out its effect. Place the other 2 back in the deck.
Now, no, that doesn't trash it. It just delays it potentially coming out.
So that would get rid of bad stuff.
Correct.
It would let us.
But it
choose...
can't get rid of the social dispute card. It says it can't get rid of the red circle cards. Right now, you'd basically be able to get rid of one of the other 2 cards. But you'd also see what they are because you don't know what they are.
So mine's out for now because we can actually do mine potentially where we can't do Jerry's. All right.
So we're back to the action phase. So that was a round.
Oh, are these your advisors, Jerry?
Yeah.
Oh, you just took your cards out of your hand? All right.
Yeah.
I'll put mine.
I couldn't zoom in when they're in your hand.
Yes, it's very annoying.
It is a little... By the way, you want to see another way they add co-op? You can each have a different role. So Jerry could be the health advisor, and he would handle all the health-related stuff.
That sounds like fun.
All right. Jerry, take an action.
All right. Feel we need to explore some more.
Well, let's heat ourselves first, right? 2 coal? Or do we need 3?
Exploring is cold no matter what.
Okay.
3 is going to get you orange and 1 tile away. 2 is going to get you literally just red buildings and on this generator tile.
So are we gonna do 3, Jerry?
Sure. All right. We need resources.
So you're exploring.
Hey guys, I think I'm going to call it.
All right.
You got,
Jerry,
so
do you feel
the
comfortable?
card will walk you through the steps.
Sure.
But, text me if you have any questions. I'll probably be up for a little bit longer.
All right.
All right. What do I want to do?
I hope you die, not too soon.
We're not
Uh,
dying. We're winning.
I'll
You do
explore.
know that.
If you win the game, I'll be so angry. I've literally played this game like 6 times between the prototype and the original and the actual version, and I've never won.
We are winning, Mike. We are winning.
All right.
All right,
So I put out these 2.
Hi, audience.
And move up our sickle person up. Hey,
All
we
right.
get 2 food.
What's this thing? Oh, a core, right? Hold on, I got it. Let's copy it. Dude, I got it. And these are pretty
All
easy to clear spaces too. So we need 1 more shelter. Is that right? I mean, why don't we just gather this stuff around here? And we could build our shelter here, right? Or here even, theoretically. All right.
Well, we want to wait until we have enough open spots, and we need wood. We have no wood.
Yes, we do. We have
Yeah.
2. Go for it.
All right. And I will do...
I'm going to clear this spot, which is heated, to get us 2 coal. Because we're going to need that coal next turn. Do we need like a double tile to produce these bigger ones? Is that what it's saying?
Yes.
So we couldn't really. So this turn we're going to need not our most amount of food, but getting our food up's not going to be a bad thing. It doesn't spoil, right?
No.
Because we're going to need 26 in a second. That's all I'm saying.
I don't have wood.
Is there a way to even get 26? There's not even a way to get 26. Which seems interesting. Yeah, we don't have much. We don't have places to get wood is a problem.
That's why I explored.
Yeah. I mean, we have 2 wood, but they're both singletons, which kind of suck.
That's what gathering posts are for.
Yeah. This place wouldn't be terrible for a gathering post.
This place would be good for a...
For what?
Yeah, I guess I'll build.
You building that shelter?
That's 1 wood.
Okay.
And a tent. Nah.
How much wood did we have? 3? No, we had 4, right?
Yes, we had 4.
So do we have tents for everybody now? We do, right? Yeah.
Should I build it there? No. I'm going to build it here.
And get rid of the coal?
Yeah.
All right. That's fine. Why not here? What's the negative of that?
I was going to leave that for the big thing we need to build.
Got it.
Beacon.
Okay. Do we want to gather food?
Well, we want to
how do we
go
start
on the
this
gathering.
research project?
We have to build the workshop.
Oh, all right. Never mind.
I mean, I could have built that instead of a bunghouse, and no, a bunghouse. Here,
a
here.
bunghouse.
This...
Bunghouse.
Yeah,
You know what?
we can make that a tent.
No, hold on. I'm gonna
And
explore
build a-
again. I'm gonna explore this space. So we really, when we do that gather action, we're gonna gather the crap out of stuff. Does that make more sense?
Sure.
So we do that and then we gather as our next 2. So I'm going to put this person here. It's a cold action. Oh, do we want to use the engineer for that? We'll get the engineer cold, right? Because we got room. So I'll send an engineer to gather. And we can't send kids anywhere yet, right?
No, that's not gather. This is explore.
Or explore.
Remove
whatever.
snow.
All right. And we'll just put
so you
this
pick one.
here. Hopefully there's not a bear or something.
Bear.
It's not that kind of game.
Steam core and 2 coal.
Now, how does this work as far as gathering with this place? Is it one from each tile or one from each place on each tile? Do we
I
know
think
that?
it's one from each tile.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a building reference somewhere. Let's say. Where is...
Oh, if we got this, we'd really be cooking with fire. Are you looking at the rules?
Yep, I'm trying to find a building reference.
It would probably be in the back, but I know that's not always easy to do. All right, so let's see what people are saying in the thing. Ryan says, bye, Mike. And Holy Beard Peter. Yes, so the beard has a story. I started growing it when I was on my family vacation, I don't know, about a month ago at this point. I just didn't feel like bringing my razor with me because, vacation. So I didn't. And then my wife's like, why don't you grow it for No Shave November? So that's what I've been doing. So, yep, I am bearding it up, at least for now.
All right, so let's take 1 resource from each adjacent space.
And itself or no? So would you get on it as well? Mike seemed to indicate yes.
I would think so. Let's see.
I mean, we'd have to look up the word adjacent.
What's the definition of space versus tile?
Right.
Take 1 resource from each adjacent space and place them in the supply.
So we don't know what a space is. We don't know what a... And is it adjacent space including the space you're on? Is this an example? Or is this something? 2 adjacent spaces to the generator. So these are spaces.
What are spaces?
1 adjacent space. Gathering posted generator is adjacent to indicated spaces. Each thing is a space. You see what I'm saying? Look at where I'm pointing. It says adjacent spaces. All 4 of these are spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are all spaces. So does it say space or tile?
Oh, you just changed the... It says space.
So we get from each space on that tile, I would assume. Right?
Well, go back to the adjacency rules, which I don't understand why you moved off them. All right. Some of the buildings have effects that refer to adjacent spaces. A space on a map tile is adjacent to another space on the same tile. All spaces on map tiles that share a straight edge. Okay, yeah, so we get a whole bunch from this. So we get this, this, this,
this,
this,
this,
this,
this,
this,
and this.
This.
Oh, yeah. And this.
And this.
Alrighty. That seems super good.
All right, well, we're set on coal.
Yeah, Mike said we were going to have a
for now.
coal issue. Ha! I laugh in the face.
We have a wood issue.
That's what she said. I don't know.
But we have a steam core. Which
do we have to use
build a
an
hot
engineer
house
here? We don't. All right, we didn't gather any food that turn, so that's going to potentially lead to problems.
No, we're fine. Okay, so that's the end.
Terms.
Now we're on the dusk phase.
Okay.
So we don't resolve the scenario because we're not there.
Do we flip this?
Yes.
The inevitable. Every day we fight a bitter struggle against hunger, cold, and disease. There will be losses. Flip every sickness marker to its skull side, from its skull side to its syringe side. We don't have any on skull. Somebody. We don't have that though. For each corpse you have, gain 1 sick citizen, which we don't have, so nothing.
No, we have 1 corpse, don't we?
No.
Oh, nope, we don't.
Why would we have a corpse? No one's died.
Some of the starting things start you with a corpse.
Oh. Well, we could burn those at some point.
All right.
So wait, how do we start these projects? Oh, yeah, we got to build a building.
How to build a workshop.
Yes, I don't like workshops.
Okay, so that was the dusk phase.
Yep.
Now we go to the hunger phase. Decrease hunger by spending food. We have 0 hunger. We don't have to do that. Resolve and reset. Now feed the citizens. So we have to feed engineers, of which we have 8. We have 7 food. So we now have 0 food and 1 hunger.
You know what's great? Doing that right before we have to have like 20 food is awesome.
Well, whatever. 1 hunger or 0 hunger. What difference does it make? Night phase. Return spent citizen tokens and meeples. Lay down citizen meeples to shelters. And each citizen meeple without a warm place to stay gets sick.
Are we supposed to bring them all back?
So we hit retrieve.
Get rid of this garbage.
Okay. So we have the shelter for all the children. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
We definitely have enough. Yeah. Yeah.
So that houses all our people. Nobody gets sick. Hey. All right. Now we go to the dawn phase. Pass the leadership marker. That's you. Move the round marker. Solve development, which we don't have. And scenario trigger tokens, which also do not trigger. So now we're on the morning phase.
So flip
resolve. Yep.
All right. Provide shelter. The generator allows us to survive, but it is not suitable for a shelter. People substitute for a shelter. Sorry. People want a roof over their heads, and they want it now. Promise that no one will ever sleep in the cold. +1 motivation, and we add something in, which probably says if you don't have a shelter, you're screwed. Promise that most of the citizens will have shelters. Ignore their demand. Dude.
We're going for number 1.
In the cold, right? 1?
Yep.
Yeah, we got shelter. We got your back, people. I still don't know what these do, but it's fine.
Some of the events will trigger them.
What was my person's thing, by the way? So we could choose to exhaust the justice. Oh, no, it's when you exhaust the justice has happened, right? Yes. So we didn't exhaust the justice.
Well, you can exhaust the justice to do it.
What is it?
All right, now we have to add 008.
So you find that. And then I'll look at the next step. Because I'm still not 100% what's going on here. So generator phase. Fuel the generator first. So, wait, do we get 1 sick blue person? Is that what that is? Oh, no, well, first we fuel it. Then we get 6 citizens. All right, so we fuel it by putting 3 cubes in there. Right?
What are you talking about? No, fueling the generator is, we can bump it up if we want.
Oh. So then we get 6 citizens. So we get a blue. Sick. Did you do that?
Unless we put another coal in.
Which won't cost us anything extra at the end of the round. And we have plenty of coal. Do you want to do that?
Yes.
Okay. So here's a coal. Gone.
All right. So we don't gain any 6 citizens.
Yep.
Drop coal from the bank in the top of the generator. So I
rolled a 7. So we lose all 3.
What does that mean?
I mean, Mike said you lose 1 per, but to a maximum of 3 is what I'm assuming.
All right.
Oh, wait. Did you take them from here? You didn't. Do you need me to delete 3? Is that what we're saying?
No, they don't come from there.
Oh, they don't?
Oh.
Oh, they're just random.
Yes, this is bad. This trap.
Yeah, we just need to fix it, though. Like, we could fix it for 5, I thought, at a time. Mike said.
Yes, but it takes an engineer action. All right, so place any cubes in a check for generator breakdown and reset the heat marker. All right. So now we're on the weather phase. Flip a weather card.
Which is this.
Yes.
So everything goes up 1. Which is not great.
We get our food. So 4 food.
So this goes down, and we have 3 extra.
And storm does not move.
That's good.
It is good. All right.
So we are going to have to feed a ton over the next 2 rounds.
Preparation phase. Resolve sickness marker effects. We don't have any. Action phase. All right, here we go.
Don't we have to do something by turn 4? So we got 1 more turn to build this.
Yes, and it needs wood.
So how many wood do we need? 3 wood. And we don't have any wood. It's just not wonderful.
We have 1 wood. Means you got to go digging in the snow.
Well,
You
I'm
can send an
actually gonna heal.
engineer.
I'm gonna heal first.
How are
And
you
that
gonna
way
heal?
we can send non-engineers, right?
Oh, heal the.
No,
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 that
I
has to be
wasn't
an
gonna
engineer.
heal that. I was gonna heal our people. Don't we have a healing place?
No,
Oh, we have no place to heal our people.
no.
All right, so we got to build that. So let's.
That's this. But that would be another 2 wood that we need.
Oh, I'm well aware.
We have to go
heat
dig in the snow.
actions first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, let's just do this now, right? We're gonna spend the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But do you want me to send an engineer to the wood? I guess we don't need the engineers for any other actions right now, right?
Well, the engineers heal this. They do the workshop.
We definitely need that.
And they pass laws.
Do we want to pass a law?
Well, this food additives one, once per round at the start of the hunger phase, you can spend 2 food to reduce hunger by 10.
I mean, that seems good. But you
Now, it's
get
gonna
plus
put something
1
bad.
greed. Yes.
Yeah.
What is this one? Whenever you perform an action with a citizen meeple, you may spend 2 food to count that action as heated. Well, that doesn't seem great.
Oh, that seems terrible.
So what is it? Where do we see our goals for this mission? I have no idea what we're trying to do here. Like Mike,
We're
is great.
trying to build the thing.
I love Mike. He's great, but he didn't do a great job of explaining what our goals were or what you do on a round. He just kind of explained every track.
Trying to build the beacon. Period.
Okay, and then we win.
Then another scenario. The next phase.
Well, it says round 11. S4 face up in the scenario display. If S7 has not been revealed, place S3 in the display. So we don't know what we need to do by round 11, really.
Correct.
So it's going to tell us at S4 or at round 4 what our next goal is.
Yes. Now, we need to go digging.
I'm still not sure what these are for.
They'll come up. Trust me.
Okay. All right. So we need to go digging. Should I dig 2 near places or should I dig this far
here.
one? But that's 1 action.
That'll get us a bunch of coal.
Potentially.
But that's it.
Well, it could get us food, right? Or wood, rather. Potentially.
Well, it could get us 1 wood.
Why do you say that?
Because this is only going to gather 1 wood.
No, 1 from each space, top and bottom, right?
Have you seen one that has the same thing on both sides?
This coal one.
Oh, all right.
but
I think it'd probably be better to do 2 near ones.
I think so too, because it gives us more chance of getting wood, right? So should I send an engineer?
If you send, I'd send an engineer, because otherwise we're flipping sick people.
All right, so we'll do 2 near ones.
And I'm moving up the sick.
I'm gonna do them down here so that we could potentially place a gathering thing in one of these places.
Why would we place a gathering thing here?
I don't
There's
know,
nothing
man.
to gather.
Well, because we can surround it with a bunch more, right? Eventually. What are you doing? Oh, the dice is in the way. Okay, so
Wood
there's
and
3
coal.
food. Let's do that. So we're up to 6. And 2 trees. We need... All right. Hold on. Could we build a woodcutter here? Would that cut adjacent? That seems good, right?
Dude, no. Well,
hold on.
We need 4 wood to build the beacon. Period.
No. But you get... Oh, no. That's the wrong place. Where's the woodcutter? You get 3 wood per thing. And
no,
if it's
does
upgraded,
it give
it's
it to you,
adjacent.
or does it give it to you, or
Yeah,
does it just
no, it gives
put
it
it on
to
the
you.
space? Are you sure?
Oh, I don't know. No, I'm not sure of anything, dude. Dude, I don't barely know what's going on.
Remove 1 tree from the same tile as the sawmill to gain 3 wood. Yeah.
Gain it, right? So that seems good.
I mean, we have 1 wood.
Right. But if we get these 2 wood, we could
Right.
build
Well,
sawmill.
my turn.
here.
I'm gathering.
Wait, I got some kid cards. Maybe I should see what those do. Maybe we could use a kid for something. So do you have to spend the wood to do this action?
What do you mean?
Like,
Reveal 3 far tile.
or do I?
What are
Is
you
this just an action?
No, spend 1 wood is that's when you if that's the one you discard at the beginning of the game. That's what it costs.
All right, so this
That's
just
easy.
lets us see what the far tiles are and put them on the top or bottom, which doesn't seem bad. And it costs a child to do.
You have to spend a child to do it.
I mean, but we can't use children for anything else, so why not?
Well, that makes the child sick though,
Why is that?
because it's a cold action.
Is that what the blue on top is?
Remove snow is always a cold action.
Okay. Oh, remove snow is this?
Yes.
So you have to be able to place the child there to do it, or no?
No, you can just put the child there.
Reveal 3 far tiles in place on the top or the bottom. But that's all it does. It doesn't actually do the rest of the action, correct? I mean, getting children 1 sick is not the worst thing in the world, right? Do you want to do that?
No, you'd want to do this one. Why would you want to do this one?
Perform this action as normal, but only place 1 near tile. If all near tiles have already been placed, place a far instead. I almost feel like 1, 2, 3, we wait till we put all of them on. Well, I guess we're 1 short anyway. I don't know. I feel like we should build a lumber mill.
All right, well, what are you going to build for 1 along with it?
No, I'm going to upgrade it. So for 3, you build it and upgrade it. Oh, I can't do that. I don't have that card anymore. I used it. Because upgrading it lets it do from adjacent as well. So you put it here, and it can get from both this place and this place, right?
I guess so.
Now I'm starting to wonder. Does it only gather from the ones adjacent to this place? So let's look at here. Does it only gather from this, and this as adjacent? Or does it gather from both on the tile? You see what I'm saying?
I don't know. It said space, and it said spaces are in between, and it said they're adjacent. So I don't know. It seemed like we got an awful lot from that gathering hut. But
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe we didn't get from here. You know what I mean?
we did.
No,
We
I'm
did.
thinking
Oh,
we shouldn't have gotten from here and here.
It said adjacent space.
Right. And if this is the space, these are the adjacent spaces. Right?
No, that's not what adjacent said, though.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's why I was reading the adjacent rules.
I mean, it's real good. I mean, it does cost a space, and it does cost other stuff. So I guess that's why it's so good.
Yeah, so we can't upgrade it. So get that out of your head.
Well, but if we took 2 actions, we could upgrade it. What's the upgrade action?
You have to build the workshop.
Wait, where's the workshop?
To upgrade.
Oh, that's literally the only way to upgrade stuff?
Yes.
My card upgraded stuff. Seems like I wasted that on getting food. But we're learning. Spend
you can
that
build a
much
sawmill
to reduce hunger. Oh, I do have a kid who can use the cookhouse to reduce hunger by more than you normally would, which seems good. So for not now, but
cookhouse does not reduce hunger.
What?
Cookhouse does not reduce hunger.
Look at my card, dude. Use the cookhouse with this card to reduce hunger with a kid. Seems good, right? Like, so not this turn.
It would be terrible this turn. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, for next turn.
Right, so what are you doing?
Well, we're talking through this, right? All right, I'm sending kids here to get us a tile. Now, the only question is, do I do it twice? The first time to basically pick which tile we're doing, and then the next time to do it. You see what I'm saying? Oh, this is far tiles, so never mind.
That would get you sick. Too sick.
Well, this gets me sick also. But it's only 1. Dude, the kids are never getting sick at this point. All right, so this card is done. This kid is here. And we get 1 near tile. I will do it here.
That's
Yeah, it's not great. That's why I'm saying I think we got to cut down these trees. Like it's literally the only way to do it. So I almost feel like we got to build it here if we're not allowed to. If we're not allowed to upgrade, you just got to build it here. We use it twice.
You can't use it twice.
No, but once this turn, once next turn, it'll get us 6 total wood, and it's going to cost us.
Yes, but if we haven't built it this turn,
do we even have a space to build it this turn?
we'd have to. We could destroy like the gathering post and then
Does that
build
take
it
an
here.
action?
It's one of the 3 you get for constructing.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So how much wood do we need?
Here's what we're doing. We're building. We are.
Well, hold on. 1 second. Should we build the sawmill? Then take another action to use the sawmill. That'll get us the 3 we need. And then build again. It's an extra action, but then we have access to more wood for the future.
But we could always build the sawmill.
How are we going to get wood to build sawmill later? You see my point?
This is. Alright.
I mean, I'm trying to talk through it. I'm not trying to, alpha game
There we
it.
go. We built the sawmill.
So
What are you doing?
I was just seeing what flip side is. It's still 3 on the flip side. It only costs 2, dude. Only costs 2, not all 3. All right, so I'll take a
Is there
person.
something we want to build for 1 while we're here?
Why not, right?
Want to build the workshop?
That lets us upgrade it. Does that cost anything to upgrade? Yeah, it would cost the wood to upgrade.
And it's a red.
We got it there. So what's the other thing you can do with the workshop? I see the upgrade symbol. What's that other symbol?
Oh, once we do it, we get to develop something. We get to choose a technology.
No, we can do that, right? You get to do 2 of those actions. One or the other.
When you build it, I think you get 1 automatically. Workshop. When you build your first workshop, you start developing a new technology.
All right, do we want to do this children one? May use the cookhouse? I mean, I still don't know how good these things are.
Yeah. So that takes 4 time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right now we get it on turn 7.
So how do we know?
Unless somebody goes to unless we send an engineer to the workshop, in which case we can move it forward.
1 for each.
1, correct.
Up to twice. Or we can upgrade 1 and move it once. How do we know which symbol is which? How do we know that's this technology? Huh?
That's the only one without a token.
Oh, you can only do 1 at a time?
Yeah.
Oh, then why do they all have tokens? I don't know. Anyway. All right. But we can't do this until that token reaches the whatever.
Correct.
But I don't know. All right.
See, once you've discovered it, you can flip it. So.
And put it back on here. Okay. Got it. Okay. So let's
use the sawmill.
Let's go with our plan. Yep. We use the sawmill to get 3 wood. And the tree goes away. All right. See? Not so bad. Right?
All right, now we'll build.
I'm not as much of a doomass as I look like.
So we're destroying the gathering post.
Well, do we want to use it first? Oh, then
if
we
we use it, we
there.
can't build. Unless you want to build over something else.
I mean, I almost don't mind losing this thing. Are we going to really upgrade stuff this game? Like, I don't care about losing this. That's up to you, though, if you don't want to lose it.
I guess we could... Yeah. Steam cores are rare, though, dude.
They are, but we have 2 more on the board already.
Yeah, alright, fine. Bye-bye, Steam core. It cost us 4 or 3?
It cost us 3. Now, we could have upgraded it, but I don't think there's an upgrade on this one, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's red arrow on the back. What does that X red arrow mean?
You can do the 2 thing.
Wait, what? Oh,
Look, on this side, you can have up to 1 active expedition. On this side, you can have up to 2.
so how do you flip it? Just a normal upgrade?
Yeah, you spend a steam core.
Why is there a red X arrow though? Then that's I don't know. Oh, maybe you can't destroy
I don't know.
it. I think that you can't destroy it. If I had to guess. Dang,
That's
if
a
we
good
only had
question.
a steam core, man, why did we destroy that? Joking.
We do have a steam core. All right.
I think it means you can't destroy it. By the way, is what I would guess. You can't raise it.
There's something else we want to build for 1. No. All right, go to the gathering post.
Wait, where?
Or go to the hunter's hut.
I was about to say, I think I want to go to the hunter's hut. I mean, you can go to gathering post. It doesn't matter. But I just feel like we're going to need a lot of food. Now, what happens for each food we don't have? We get sick? How does
No, the
that...
hunger track goes up.
I know,
And
but
then
what happens
the
if we...
stuff happens below it? Whatever the hunger's at.
So what's the fist? Oh, we flip one of these over?
Or we take one.
Okay.
And people die. I guess I'll go to the hunter's hut.
So you're getting 5 more food? Yeah, we can do the gathering whenever.
All right.
Sweet, man.
So that was the last action?
Yep.
Dusk phase. Have you provided heated shelters for everyone? You promised that your citizens won't sleep in the cold. Have you kept your word?
Yes, we did.
Place this card in the event display.
I don't know what that means. Okay.
Place this card in the event display. Yes, at the end of the night phase, if all citizens meeples have a warm place to sleep, activate 1 hope.
And then
Otherwise,
trash it. So we don't resolve this now. We resolve it at the end of the night phase. But they're all going to be there. So we're going to activate a hope, which hope is... Oh, these are all hope tokens. So we can activate whichever one we want, which probably motivation, right? So that way we have all
that would
of
be
them.
my yes.
All right, but we don't worry about it now.
Decrease hunger by spending food. Can we have 1 hunger?
But we remember we got 4 food. Every turn we're getting 4 food, which is why I built these and upgraded these hunters huts early.
Yes, but that food didn't get us. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Resolve and reset hunger marker. Feed citizens. So that's 26.
26 minus 16 is 10.
If we don't get that down, we're gonna get 2 or 1.
But we're gonna get 4 by
anger,
the way.
or
1, 2, 3, 4 automatically.
And 2 people are gonna die. Just
I'm well aware. Right. We're gonna get 4 automatically.
Night phase. Return spent citizen token. We have shelters. Okay, so we return everybody. Now we resolve this card because it says resolve it. Activate 1 hope.
Keep hope alive. And then
we discard this permanently.
Yeah. Sweet. We keep our word.
All right. So we did feed people, or house people, so that's good.
That is good.
Okay. Next round. Pass the leadership marker. Move the round marker.
This game is not as complicated as
Resolve development and scenario trigger tokens. So that's now. Now we come over here.
Okay.
Beacon is built. Go to A. Otherwise, go to B. A. The beacon shines bright. +1 hope or -1 discontent.
I say we get rid of a discontent, right?
I mean, at this point, we have an awful lot of hope. So.
That's what I'm saying. Let's just trash it.
All right. And reveal and resolve part 2. Beacon's light guided refugees scattered across the frozen wasteland to our settlement. Amongst them were scouts from Winterhome. As it turns out, it is the nearest occupied settlement. However, the news they brought is alarming. They say no other beacons were lit, and not even the one at Winterhome. What has happened to Winterhome? Place scenario card 5 white side up in the expedition display and choose A or B. We let the refugees enter our city, gain 1 hope, or plus 1 hope, gain 5 workers, 1 engineer, and 3 children. Or send them to look for another place to live.
Ah, come on.
Minus 1 hope. So 5 workers
That's a
put
lot.
us at 31, which wouldn't get us any more actions.
Right, which is terrible.
It would get us another child
Children
thing,
worker
which
that we
doesn't
can't
matter. We
use.
already have enough space for them. And 1 engineer. So it would hurt our food, but it wouldn't hurt our shelter. And it wouldn't give us any more actions. And it would give us plus 1 hope. Or we send them to look for another place to live.
In which case we just get a red or flip this red.
No, minus 1 hope is we lose a blue or flip a blue.
Oh, which would trigger something.
No.
What?
Wouldn't be spending it. That would be losing it.
Exhaust a justice. Exhaust.
Yes, that means you choose to flip it to trigger that effect.
Oh. I mean, I don't care. You make the call on this.
I
one.
think we lose the hope.
I was thinking the same thing. I feel like a terrible person, but
Well, I mean, we don't need more mouths to feed. That don't give us any more workers.
yes, that's. I was thinking the same thing.
All right, so we need 5.
So either way, it doesn't change anything else. Wait, so how are you figuring all this out? So S3, is that this? No, that's... Place S3 face up in the scenario display. What's that? Is that this thing?
What are you doing? Yeah.
No, that's S2.
No.
Dude.
Hold on, dude.
Oh, S2 for A. I see.
We are still up here.
I got it. Yes. Okay.
So we resolved 2. 2 said place 5 in the expedition display. Okay. Now we go. This doesn't. Nothing else triggers on this card.
So we turned away the people of Winterhome, and then we're gonna send somebody to like explore it. That's amazing. By the way, in case you were wondering, that is amazing. It seems like we're bad people, which is what it is.
So that was the dawn phase. Now we need to resolve a morning card. Illegal distillery. Some of our citizens consume alcohol from an unknown source. Such unmoderated drinking can cause trouble in our society. Should we let them have their moonshine? They are adults after all. Add 32 to the dust deck. I have a feeling that would turn out poorly. Start a public campaign about the dangerous consequences of alcohol. That will stop this illegal practice. Place 1 spent worker token in the supply. Or send guards to find the distillery and destroy it.
That
Only if you
seems
have
terrible.
active justice. See?
What is active justice?
We have justice, and it is active.
Oh, do you want to actually do that?
That doesn't add anything to the deck.
So what? But it gives us 1 discontent.
Correct.
Sure. We're gonna destroy. Boo. All right, we destroyed the distillery. Man, we're like terrible people. Like we went from doing all the good choices early to making terrible choices.
All right. The generator phase. A child gets sick.
We got to build something to heal these people. By the way.
First we have to fuel the generator. We're not doing that.
Oh crap! We forgot to. Get rid of some of this. By the way, where were we? Oh, we are. We're at 3.
So I already made the sick child.
I already made the sick child. Nice.
Roll the die.
This die is stupid. Is that a 1? die's
Yeah.
great.
All right. That's it. Weather phase. Reveal a weather card. It's all you, Goose.
I can do this part. Everything goes up 1. Man, that's been terrible. I should stop revealing those.
All right, we get 1 food per.
We'll reset our heat, right?
Yep. Yes. 1 food per thing, and the storm does not advance.
So what's that? 4 food, right? So I just go down to 6. Hunger. 6 hungry people, because we fed some of them with our hunting huts.
Yep.
So we have enough coal to, like, generate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Yes?
You have 4.
What?
You have 4.
Well, this is yellow building.
It doesn't matter. You can spend that at any time, Goose.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You can spend the coal at any time.
I know, but we can just gather from here then. Let's gather there
Yes.
first. You're
All
first player. Or
There's no sick marker resolution for the preparation phase, so now we're on the action phase, and you are the lead.
All right, I'll just gather some coal right here. Boom,
Now,
boom.
why would you do that? Go to the gathering post.
Because that would make him sick.
No. Oh yeah. All right.
That's what I'm telling you. Oh, and actually, this makes us sick. So we had to spend 4 to even be able to gather next to our place. So I spent the 4, then we can spend 1 more, and now we can gather from the gathering place and be fine. So we've spent 5 total. So it's something to think about.
What is that person doing here?
I don't know. It's something to think about, though. We need to be ahead of the coal game to heat for the next round. That's amazing. We need to explore more, right?
Well, no, we need to do the mission.
The beacon?
Yep.
So that's white. What does that mean? Well, you can do the beacon. I'm going to explore. I think I'm going to use an engineer. Because our engineers aren't quite sick yet, right? Yeah. I'm going to use an engineer to explore. Dig snow, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to get those last 2 near ones. Actually, we should have explored here first, dude. Before doing this action. What? So then we could have gathered from here as well.
Fine.
So do you want to retcon that?
Yes.
So I'll just say I explored here first. All right. Well,
so we get an extra coal.
Yes. So you get 1 coal. And then stupid trees. But we can put a lumber thing here and gather from both of these, right?
If you upgrade it.
Yeah, which seems good.
Oh, wait a minute. Were we supposed to... Oh, we were supposed to move this in the morning phase. I was so used to not having that.
Wait, it comes back 1 toward
Yes.
us? Yes. Well, don't we just reach it? Why would it move? Because eventually we're going to move to there, right?
Yes, when we move to here, we get it.
So why would this have moved?
Because during the development phase, it moves back 1.
So it's not really 4 turns. It's really like 2 turns. Because if we're moving up and it's
basically,
moving
yes,
back.
correct.
Okay, all right. That's why.
And if we go to the workshop, it goes even faster.
Well, I think we need to go to the workshop to upgrade this thing. Like, I think we should build a lumber mill and upgrade it, right?
Well, we don't have enough to build a lumber mill right now.
We'd have to use our lumber mill.
Want to use the lumber mill?
I mean, that's up to you. But yes, I would. I mean, that's why we have it.
All right.
And then, do you want me to build? Like, we kind of need to build a medicine place, too. Where's that? That costs 2. What's an upgrade do? 4. I just feel like we're getting... I feel like we can't do a lot because we're afraid of this.
Don't forget we need food, too. Why didn't you move the food thing up?
I did. Leave it. I took us down 4. So we're at 10.
No, that's not how it works, though.
Why not? It doesn't make
Because
any
you can
sense.
spend food for things.
Oh, okay. All right. I get what you're saying. Oh, you're right, because my thing says spend however much food to feed that many people.
And the cookhouse is spending food. So it doesn't work that way.
I get it. Okay, you're right. What does my kid thing say? 4 food to get rid of 6 hunger. If we can get it up to 8, it can get rid of 12 hunger. Which helps us a little bit, I guess. So how many workers do we have? We kind of need to get food at least once, right? So that's 1 worker. So we could
Gotta
build,
go exploring,
upgrade, and get the wood if we wanted. Is he upgraded? I'm just trying to think for the long term here, right? Like, I feel like we should do that this turn, because every turn we can only gather it once. You know what I mean? So the earlier we get it upgraded, the better.
Well, we can build a sawmill and a medical post.
Can we do both with 1 action?
Yes, because you can build up to 3 buildings.
I meant, do we have enough wood? That's what I meant.
Well, then we wouldn't be able to upgrade the sawmill, though.
That's the problem. We need to be able to upgrade the sawmill. So we could build a sawmill and a gathering post? Doesn't seem like we have a great spot for a gathering post. I mean, we could send somebody here for this 1 stinking wood, which sucks, but it's an option. We could build a gathering post here for the future. I'm just thinking, what do we do, right, with our limited number of actions? All right, so I'm going to build. So we're definitely building a sawmill for 2. Then we have 1 left, basically. Do. 1 wood. Is there anything here you're looking at for 1 wood? We could build another workshop. I don't know why we. I mean, if we really
Why do we need wood?
To build buildings.
Why do we need to build buildings?
That is a question.
I mean, I would think the medical post would be better than the sawmill for us at the moment.
Okay. Well, why don't we build
Actually,
both? Then we just don't have to upgrade
okay.
it this turn. Right?
All right.
I just feel like we're going to need it in the future. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Well, this one we could build right here on the starting space. That way we don't even have to worry about heating.
All right. So, let's see.
I guess eventually wood is going to be used for the kiln to get us ore also. If you're ready, come and get it. Nah, 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 nah.
I'm going to send a child, the medical post, to cure 2.
Can we do that?
See, I'm using a card.
Oh, okay.
My card here.
Yep. Well, you know what? I still think
Get food. Get food. Get food.
Yeah. Well, you can get food. We've got actions. Oh, we got to send somebody the expedition. How do we do that?
Yeah, we go to the beacon. I'll take care of that. You get food.
Hey, man, I'm the one who built the food place, and you're
Why
like,
did you put it on the bunkhouse?
I don't know. You're like, why did you do that? Tell you why I did that. Because we need food, man. So we can use 8 to get rid of 10. But that does require a kid, which is not a problem if we want.
Use 8 to get rid of 10. Where's
or
that?
up to 12 here. with my child
Oh,
card.
I'm going to send a worker.
I mean, I guess we can get ahead on food. That would be the other option. You want to do that? Unless
Might
you
as
can
well,
think of
right?
something better. I mean, we could do this to move our person to. That's the other option.
That doesn't move our person to.
Thought you said it did.
Dude, that's the workshop.
I thought you said that's the one that moves somebody up to.
Oh,
Oh no, this moves them. Wait.
no, that puts them out there. The weather cards move them, dude.
Oh no, that moves our research back to, right?
Yes, yes.
Which
No,
would,
it moves it back 1.
well, if I did no 1 per, you get 2 times.
No, you can do. Yeah, you can do 1 of each. I think. I don't think you can do both.
Why not? It's
Let's
or
see.
2 times do that or that.
No, you may choose the same effect twice.
Yeah, why wouldn't I be able to do that? So the question is, do we want food to just get ahead of the game, and then I don't have to use my child card?
Well, we are behind the game right now.
Well, no, I can use my child card literally to get rid of all of it. I can get rid of up to 12 hunger for 8 food. But we'd have to use
Why
a
don't
child.
you do that right now?
Well,
Why not?
because it doesn't matter. So what is getting this back to do? What does our research give us? It lets us use our children for the cookhouse,
Yes.
which is not useful right now. All right, I'm in no rush for that. I'm just going to gather food. And we'll
Why
see.
wouldn't you use the child?
Because we're not done with the game, right? Wouldn't I rather later on use 12 food to get 18?
I guess. All right.
You know what I mean? Like, let's not use it if we don't need to. When I can just get 5 pretty easily.
Okay. So that's it. We're done.
Yep.
All right. Dusk phase.
If you're ready, come and get it. Da, 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 da.
Animals are strong, clever, or swift. We humans adapt. The transformation that took root in the quack's behavior and even his attire is astonishing. He looks like a man who has found his purpose. His newly acquired skills and dedication have helped a great deal in the efforts to keep our citizens healthy.
Sweet.
If you have active care,
we do.
we do.
We've active
Cure
everything.
3.
Sweet. All right. So now I see why we want active stuff.
So 1, 2. Which one do you want to move back? The kids? Doing it for the kids?
No, because we're not sending kids out to do stuff, right? Let's do it.
So
let's
workers?
be smart. Orange is the one we have the most of.
Okay.
So that was when we sent the engineer to help the shenanigan dude, right? Was that card? Probably, I would assume.
Yes.
So we trained him up. Trained him good.
Where'd that card go?
I trashed it because it's.
Did it say trash? Okay.
Yeah. Either way, it said trash.
All right. Hunger phase. Decrease hunger by spending food.
All right, this game's. All right, well, we'll talk about it. All right. So
4. Resolve and reset hunger marker. Feed citizens. So this is a child. We have 7.
So we
we
just
end
put
up with
this to
3
7.
hunger.
Or no, we
No.
have to spend our food first.
We spend the food first.
Ah, okay. So you have to spend food. So this is different.
Yes.
Okay.
Night phase. Return spent citizen tokens. So hit the return people button.
Ah, got it.
And then check to see who's sheltered. Well, we haven't any change, so everybody's
Where's
sheltered.
the kid? Where'd you put the kid? Oh, never mind.
All right. Next turn. Sign the leader now. Move the round marker.
All right.
Resolve the development. I think it moves back.
That's why I said it
Maybe-
doesn't make
maybe it
sense
doesn't.
to move back.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't.
I think it's just resolve if you get to it.
Yeah.
It doesn't
You're
make
right.
sense otherwise. Like, why would it just move back?
That's if we go to the workshop. Okay. Resolve a morning card. Relentless rats. Rats. How on earth did they breed so fast? Our settlement is overrun with swarms of vicious rats. We
Where
can't
are
let them
you?
roam.
I'm sorry. Where are you? Oh, morning card. Got it. Sorry.
Time for some ratatouille.
Heck
We have to
yeah.
catch them all. Gain 5 food and add D54 to the dust deck. I
Heck
guarantee
yeah.
you that'll get
They'll
us
get
sick.
sick. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's put out some strychnine, or else it's 1665 all over again. Place 1 spent worker token in the supply. Does anyone have a small but vicious dog? Rat catchers rejoice. There will be a reward for each rat tail. -1 discontent. Add 55 to the dust deck.
Because we have ravenous dogs like running around, or people are
Yeah.
running. I think people will not be willing to work later because they're going to be out running around catching rats, right? So the middle
I don't
one,
know.
even though we got to use a worker this turn, I think will help us.
Yeah.
Well, it
All right.
doesn't hurt us in the long term. But I'd also be okay -1 discontent and sending the people out, and then we'll deal with the consequences of them being out later.
You want?
Which one do you prefer? 2 or 3?
I'm almost tempted to say 3 just because we need the workers.
Yeah. I mean, workers might be out later, but let's find out. I mean, it's also a more fun story, right?
I guess.
You're
Find
like,
out, right?
what? I'll get 55.
All right, fine, 55.
I got it. I think this is 55.
I got rid of the discontent.
Is it the number in the bracket, or is it the number
The one that says D0.
55?
055,
So,
yeah.
it's 54. Oh, because, yeah, I get it now.
Okay, next. Generator phase. Refueling the generator? Or not?
Wait, what?
We
No,
get 1 sick person.
that's fine.
All right, drop coal.
Yep.
All right, drop that there coal. So 4.
Oh, yeah. Come on. That's not great. So wait, does that mean it blows up?
I think we have to get more, but
If that's the case, we screwed up.
why?
Plus, I think Mike said you roll 2 and take the lesser one or something. I don't know. Well, I don't know what happens when it blows up. It doesn't sound good. I can't imagine that's great. We did have that one action at the end. We got food instead of fixing that. Fixing that might have been the right answer. Because it was an engineer, too, that we sent to get food at the end. Let's see how bad this is. Because we knew we were at 4. Maybe that was something we should not have done.
Okay. When playing it, fill these sensors first. Then place any remaining cubes into the overflow space. Cubes on the stress tracker. If there are any stress cubes in the overflow space, the generator breaks down. So no.
Okay, so we're okay right now. Isn't there a way to get rid of all of the cubes, didn't he say? And do something else
You
too?
upgrade the generator.
Which one's the generator? This?
No, the big thing in the middle.
How do we do that?
You have to spend a core, I think, or something. He didn't tell us how to do that, so we'll worry about that some other time. Okay.
If anybody
So that
in
was
the chat knows how to... I don't think there's many people
There
in
is
the chat
nobody
today.
in the chat. All right. Reveal a weather card. Notice it's a 0 when I do it.
I mean... Still 1 food per, so we get 8 or 4 food.
And we move 3.
Which seems good.
And Storm moves back 1.
So we are going to lose houses.
How do we go
potentially
faster on the
next turn.
track?
I don't know. That's what I was asking. Mike did... I thought Mike said there was a way to do it. But I don't...
Probably not. There isn't really in the video game.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Preparation phase. No, that's sickness if we had any. All right, action phase. Party time.
So what are we doing?
Oh, excuse me. Oh, the actions.
Your first player.
So first we gotta dig.
Yep, that doesn't make me sad. You gonna do the last 2 close places?
Yeah.
Come on, wood.
Come on, wood.
Need wood for
Hold
sheep.
on, we gotta move sickness up a little bit. All right.
All right,
2 wood and a 3 wood.
that's good. Yeah, I almost feel like we need a gathering space here and then start searching these 2 and then just like really gather the crap out of it. Right?
All right,
But we need wood to do that.
Yes.
So,
Yes,
we didn't spend any coal. So, let's do that. Shall we? So, we're going to spend up to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are starting to run out of coal.
You can build a coal thumper.
Coal what? What's 3 times 3 mean? Do you know what that means?
I don't know.
I mean, 3 times 3 is 9. Oh, here it is. If you highlight over it, action. Place up to 3 coal from the bank on each of 3 different adjacent spaces. Place up to 9 coal in total. Spaces chosen must either already have coal on them or have no resources, trees, or buildings. Each space has a limit of 5 coal. So you basically get to put out coal up to 3 spaces 3 times. So you can get, yeah. So that seems good. It seems like we should do that at some point. So
If you explore here, we could build a drill, right?
that's for wood.
That's for wood.
This is for coal. I mean, the other option, like I said, is to explore these 2, build a gathering jobber here, and just gather all this crap.
But we cannot build.
Because we have no wood.
Yes.
And we have no heat right now either, is the problem. What do you think? Send an engineer out?
All right, well, you decide. I'll be back.
All right. So what do I want to do? I think I might... I'm going to do it. I'm going to send an engineer out in the cold to explore. So we do get 3 food. The engineers get a little sicker. And we get 3 trees, which is not at all what I was looking to get. That is not a tree. If you're ready, come and get it. Na 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 na.
All right, so
I screwed up. I probably should have sent one of our kids out to look at the top 3 tiles and pick one of them. Do you want me to do that now before you go?
It's too late. You already looked at it.
Well, before you go, I'm saying, do you want me to do that?
That makes them sick too.
It does make them a little bit sicker.
I'm still confused as to why you put it there. Because you really wanted to.
Because I really want to build a gathering thing here, but I should have looked at it first. Like I said, that was a mistake.
All right, so my turn. You move the sickness marker up?
I did.
Why did you send an engineer to do that?
Because they were less sick.
Dude. Now we can't upgrade the sawmill.
Oh, so then send a person. It's fine. Here. Where is it? Here. All right. So that's this one down, this one up. So what did you do?
Healed the reactor or
Okay,
the generator.
you get sick. So unless we spend 3 coal, which we probably should do. Right?
Well, yeah. Why aren't you spending the whole?
Well, because we don't really have a great way to get coal back at this point.
Dude, we have a gathering post that'll get us 3 coal.
Well, do we want to do that now?
I don't know. Do you want to do it? It's your turn.
I mean, we'd spend 3 coal to get 3 coal.
spend 3 coal.
Yes, we have to spend 3 coal to get up to that area. Although we need to spend 3 coal anyway. All right, so we're just gonna spend the 3. 1, 2, 3 to get up to there. And then we'll use a person to... Yeah, I mean, we're just breaking even there. Which we're going to need to do probably, but I'm going to get 2 wood. So we can actually build something at some point.
Alright.
Or do you want me to spend the kid real quick to explore these? Or no?
Go ahead.
Alright, so make the kid sick. And then you tell me what you want to do with these. I think we put this one in, right? I mean, we put them all on top, obviously. I think they're all good in their own way, right?
Well, why wouldn't we take the 4 coal one?
I mean, this is 2 coal and 2 batteries.
A steam core that we still don't have anything to do with.
And we can upgrade the expedition so we can get a second expedition going. We could upgrade our coal thumper once we get that to put out 4 times 3 instead of 3 times 3. I don't know.
I kind of want to put it here.
Put what there? So do you want to do 4 times coal, or do you want to do 2 times coal in the thing first? This is clearly on the bottom of the 3. All right, we'll do the 4.
All right, so you want to upgrade the sawmill?
At some point, yes. The question is, upgrading is an action in and of itself. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to do that at some point this game, right? The question is, do we put out a second thing first? What is... Oh, like the gathering post. What's the benefit of upgrading it? Just makes it red? No, that does not seem worth it.
All right, I've upgraded the sawmill. Here, we'll move the development back one. Unless there's something else you want to upgrade.
No. I guess it's not terrible to upgrade.
Medical tent?
That seems good. I mean, do we really care about kids going to this thing that we've never used once?
True. How much the medical? Costs 1 wood. All right. Bye-bye wood.
So we're out of wood again. But we can now...
We're out of wood again.
But we can now get 6 wood at a time, right?
Yep.
As a home action. That's the other benefit of making all these red. We'd only have to spend like 3 coal a turn instead of spending what we're spending now. Yeah, so 6 wood. Seems good. And I take away 2 trees. It is all not one of the spaces, right?
All right. And we have to get coal.
Yep.
And that's it, I guess, right?
Yep. So we do have enough wood to do a coal thumper. Which seems good.
Or we could...
And that gets us coal consistently, but that's going to be after 2 turns of gathering from there too. And getting our people sick unless we really go up to the top here, right?
All right. Well, let's worry about that when we get to it. All right. Dusk phase.
This seems off, doesn't it?
What?
We never had to get to this thing when it was at the bottom. Did we? I feel like it was always
What?
one under would get us to the top spot. Or am I wrong?
You're wrong.
Okay.
All right. So Dusk card. Hey, our social thing finally came up, which
Yes.
reshuffles it.
All right.
All right. If you have no active discussion is an exchange of knowledge, an argument, an exchange of ignorance. If you have no active discontent, which we don't, choose one. -1 discontent. Place one near or one far tile, or
Yes.
perform 2 workshop effects. I think it's clear we are performing a far tile action.
Yeah, because that doesn't. Did you want to put it here, like you said?
Unless
do
you want to put it here.
Here for the gather thing.
Go ahead.
All right. Although again, if we're going there, I would have preferred the other order, where we put the other thing here, and then this coal
Go
thing
ahead.
went
Put
here.
the other thing there then.
You see what I'm saying? Because this is just an easier gather. And then here, it doesn't matter the gather. We just get more stuff per gather.
All right. That was good. So this goes away.
What is my last card? Oh, I have 2 people.
And then this comes in. So this one is distrust. We can exhaust 1 hope to perform the... No, if you have more hope tokens than discontent hope tokens, you can exhaust a hope to perform some action. If you have fewer hope tokens, then bad things happen.
Wait, what? Oh, that's what we're adding in? Okay,
Yes.
yeah, I'm not going to worry about it, what exactly it does.
All right.
So all these are going to start shuffling the thing? When you shuffle, do you always add the top one in?
Yes. You take the old one out, and you add the top one in.
Oh, you take the old one out. Okay. Got it.
All right. Hunger phase.
And is this a random order?
I don't know. So if we lose 3 food.
I mean, we started with card 9. 2 is the next one. All right.
Resolve, feed the citizens based on the round. So we need 8. We have 4. All right. Night phase. Return spent citizens. Lay down citizen meeples in heated shelters. Yep,
All right.
we're all good. Okay.
So we are going to need a crap ton of food in 2 seconds. Just as a reminder.
Dawn phase. Move the round marker. Okay. Morning phase. Resolve a morning card. There we go. Light under the snow. Our people have spotted a few flashes of light under the snow near the edge of our settlement. They are not sure what is there. With enough time and resources, we can uncover it. We can send workers to dig it out. Place 1 spent worker token in the supply and add 42. Or we don't have enough people. Add 43.
I think we send somebody there.
All right.
42. Might
42.
kill him. That would make me a little sad.
It's probably gonna die.
But do you think maybe like it would kill everyone? Like if we left the bomb there or whatever? Maybe this person's going to sacrifice themselves for the good of the encampment.
All right, fuel the generator. No. Get a sick engineer. Drop the coal. 4.
So we got to repair it again. Like I feel like every
we're gonna do it like every round.
Yeah.
All right, weather phase.
This
Reveal
dice
a weather
is stupid
card.
though because Mike said about 3/4 come out every time. I feel like we should be doing 1, 2 is 1, 3, 4 is 2, 5, 6 is 3, 7, 8 is 4. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like there's a better way to do this. It feels like it's literally 100% every time now. You know what I mean?
All right, so did you give us food? You did not.
I did not.
All right. Advanced quota, heat range indicator, gain food, advanced scouts, move storm marker. Okay.
So can we
So
do
first, we have to
only?
resolve this, I guess.
Can we do only red actions? No, not really.
So, what happens here?
We flip it, right?
After a long and exhausting march, our scouts come back with news about Winterhome. They climbed up to the edge of the city. They stood there, speechless, staring at a scene of utter destruction. Most of the buildings were destroyed, and the generator has exploded. Our people found some resources that weren't entirely covered by snow in the City of the Dead. The Recovered City Chronicle describes the shortage of food and citizens' increasing despair, the squabbles, riots, and descent into anarchy, fights for dwindling resources, and the final moments of starvation. The last entry says, God forgive us, we're eating our dead. There's no hope. All right, well, then there you go.
Well, I mean, we just kicked him out, too. We're like,
If
sorry.
SO3 has not been revealed, has SO3 been revealed?
I thought we did.
Why did we reveal it?
Wasn't that the thing we revealed when we... Because we put this down? No, that's SO2.
No.
This was SO5, so no.
No, SO3 is not revealed.
But wait,
All right.
we don't have it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we do have it. Sorry.
All right. If it is round 7 or earlier. Is it round 7 or earlier?
Well, hold on.
It is.
Didn't we skip something?
No.
If SO3
If
has
SO3 has not been revealed,
place
place
SO7. So we
All right,
need to
place
do
7.
that. Right?
What are you doing?
We place SO7.
No, it goes right next to it. Like this. All right. If it is round 7 or earlier, gain 1 steam core, 3 wood, and 4 coal. Well, that seems good. So 1 steam core. How much wood?
3 wood and 3 coal. Right?
4 coal. All right. So what does this say? Prepare for the storm. Winterhome fell during the storm. We must prepare or share their fate. The severity of the storm might forbid us from venturing outside. Stockpiles must be made. Action phase. Each time you perform this action, spend an amount of food and or coal. Place the corresponding stockpile markers on this card to track food rations. 1 for every 3 food spent. And coal stock. 1 for every 2 coal spent.
So we need to store up food and coal, but we don't know how much of each.
Yeah. All right. And now we got to resolve the storm.
So once per round,
how do we
anybody
resolve the
can
storm?
do this. I think we just flip over our job
Storm.
right?
Oh, right here. Reveal and resolve this card.
Yeah.
There's only 1 card. All right. If it is round 7 or earlier, go to 1. We're hit by heavy snowfall. Flip all tents to their ruin side. Place the storm marker on round 12.
All right. So we do need to... Where are tents? So unfortunately now we need to get 2 more living spaces.
Yes.
2 bunkhouses. So we got to do that by building, right?
But we have plenty of wood.
Well, we can get more wood pretty easily. We get 6 wood.
So back on them. Do we have any sickness effects? We do not. Action phase. All right, here we go.
You're first or me?
Well, you are. Need the heat.
Do we get our worker back from there, by the way? We do, right? I assume?
Yes.
To use this turn or no? Because that was after we got our workers back.
I would assume we get them back. Whatever. I think we're screwing ourselves on the generator, so it doesn't matter.
Why are we screwing ourselves on the generator? What are you talking about?
Because we're rolling the dice.
Oh yeah, we're definitely screwing ourselves on the generator. No question about that.
So it all evens out.
All right, we're gonna do this.
Why are you getting wood?
Because why not?
Because we have tons of wood and we have limited actions. So
we
you're wasting actions.
Tons of wood, then we get the charcoal kiln, and we get ourselves kiln, and we can upgrade it even, and we'll get 5 coal a turn. Right? Like, I don't mind extra wood at this point.
We got to spend 3 coal.
No, that's a free. Oh, that's a red space.
No, it's not. There is no free space.
But even better, we can get like one of these. We can get these things, which Mike said he never got. Shoot, we can just get a coal mine.
Yes, that's what I was saying, but you have to put something here first and clear it out.
No, does it have to be on the? Oh, it has to be next to coal.
Yes.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Well, we got to build our houses too. Don't forget. So we're about to.
You took your action, so we're building.
Yeah.
We're
gonna have to take 2 build actions, by the way.
2 bunkhouses.
Well,
that costs what? 6 wood. 6 wood.
Yeah. Hey, what do we need wood for? Jobber.
And then you wanted to build something else?
Oh, did we take away the 2 trees or no? Can't.
I didn't.
Well, we definitely didn't. So actually, hold on. Do we want to save that for a big spot?
For what?
Maybe a coal thumper?
The stuff has to be empty to put the things on for coal thumping.
All right, touche. Yeah, there's not really many.
So we can build something else, and we could clear out one of the tents.
I mean, either. I feel like we're going to build something else eventually, anyway. Do we think charcoal kiln's going to be more important, or do we think? I mean,
I think the charcoal kiln seems very expensive to me.
1, 2, to get 5 coal for 1 wood.
All right.
The other option is infirmary, by the way.
We don't need an infirmary.
The other option is hothouse.
We don't need a hothouse. Why would we spend all those resources to get 7 food when our hunter's thing, of which we have 2, gets us 5?
Because it's less actions.
It's only 2 more food, and it's not less actions because we'd have to spend extra to build it.
All right.
And we can't upgrade it. So you want to do the charcoal kiln for 1?
Yeah, I'm all right with that. Here. I mean, it doesn't really matter as long as it's not too far away. Here would have worked too. Yeah, that's probably better because that place we were gonna, or I mean, the other option is the gathering jobbing, which we were talking about doing, so we could gather all this crap. But your call.
All right, well, we'll not build a bunkhouse then.
No. We want to build a bunkhouse.
No, we'll build a gathering place first.
That costs 1 less.
All right, so that costs us 2 less wood.
Oh, sweet. All right, so then we want to upgrade stuff. Is that where we're at?
Why would we want to upgrade?
Because this can't gather anything. Oh, we
sure can.
Oh, I'm wrong.
We'd get cold, but
well, we could also. It's only 1 away from the main base, so we'd only have to get to the orange,
which is another 4 coal.
Which is 1 use of the, and we're gonna get 2 coal. What do you think? I think we do it. We've got the coal. I mean, let's.
Well, coal is what we need to stockpile. Remember?
Oh yeah.
But okay. So you're putting a guy there. So we get
I mean, seems good. We got all these rare things, which...
Yeah, but I was saying, so what? It gets cold. I mean,
so cold is just one up on... Well, we can't afford for orange.
why? All it does is flip it over.
And then if it flips it again, we lose somebody, right?
Yeah, that's 2 turns.
Yeah. Well, we can't afford even one orange worker because that knocks us out of the 6th bucket. We have less people.
All right. Gotta prepare for the storm, I guess.
Yeah, we can only do that once a turn.
No, we can do it once.
Yeah, once a turn.
No, I think it's once per one engineer and 1 worker. I think that's what that means.
Once per round, dude. On the bottom. Once per round.
Oh.
I think it's an or.
All right. You spend an amount of food and or coal.
Do you want to call Mike about that one? That
No.
one I'm not sure about.
I don't really care. All right.
Well, I mean, we can
no,
also
maybe we don't
call
want to
it.
go there first. Let's go to the hunters. Dude, it's like midnight.
That's what I'm saying. We could call the game and just talk about our thoughts of it.
All right. There, I went to the hunters thing. So there's going to be a bad food day, too.
Well, that's why I'm going to the hunters also. Why do I keep going to the bunkhouse? I don't know.
I don't know.
Hunters. Yeah, maybe we should have just gotten 1 cold for the workers and not spent freaking 4. Although
Yes.
it's the workers. That's the problem. But maybe we just heal them instead of spending the 4 coal. Although we're going to get a lot of sick people if that's the case also.
True.
We're going to use the 4 coal for now. For now.
All right,
fine.
so you
We'll
got
figure
another
it
5 food?
I got another 5 food.
All right. Up here. And stockpile 1 food for every 3 food spent. So 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
So that's 1. And 1 for every 2 coal. 1, 2.
Oh, we can do that. We can do both?
It says and or, doesn't it?
Yeah. Sweet.
So that's 4. 2. 3. We'll spend 3 more food.
Wait, we can do as much as we want? Oh, you copied the card. It's fine. It all worked out. Yeah, I mean, while we're here, let's spend everything we can. So we don't have to keep coming back. Right?
I would think so.
So spend 3 more food and 2 more coal? I mean, the coal might be an issue. We had no coal.
Might be. But it's stockpiled. It's not gone. All right.
Well, so do we have any workers left? We do. Why don't I use the coal furnace that we built, right? Where is that? Up here?
Or you could use the cure people.
I mean, both are useful right now. But nobody's hurting us right now.
You
so
decide. I'll be back.
Yeah, I'm going to do the coal one. So one of these gets us 4 of these. Na 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 na. That'll at least get us to this red next turn. I think that is the right move. All right. Now the question is, do we use any of our children's stuff? Not mine yet. Mine's not useful. All right. Well, let's just keep going. We'll see if I can figure this out without Jerry. So we're on the action phase. We're going to go to dusk phase. Resolve the scenario event dusk. I think that's this. So, social dispute. Distrust. We have to distrust each other. It is our only defense against betrayal. If you have more hope tokens than discontent tokens, you may exhaust a hope token to perform the effect. Discard a discontent token if we do justice. Build or upgrade a medical post for free if we do care, or reuse a worker if we do motivation. Huh. Reuse a worker. Does that mean we get to just do a worker action right as we speak? That seems good for motivation. If you have fewer hope, we don't. If you have the same number, we don't. So, yeah, I think we're going to try to reuse a worker. Sounds good to me. And maybe we even upgrade some stuff. Reuse this engineer here. Well, is an engineer a worker? That is the question. No, a worker is a worker. But we can use... Oh, no, it has to be an engineer there. Yeah, so that doesn't work. And to heal, it has to... Oh, crud!
What?
I think I made a mistake.
Generator?
I forgot to heal the generator. So, yeah, instead of turning wood into whatever, I'm going to heal the generator. Yeah, I totally spaced on that. So what is that? Remove 5?
Yep.
Now it's a little bit cheating because I think we reuse a worker and we can still do what I did. So, and do the charcoal kiln.
Oh, wait, no. Let's see if I have any.
Because we're going to need charcoal for next turn.
Oh, I can reuse. Only if I use a platform.
Well, but look at this. I mean, we could reshuffle these if you want. Do you want to reshuffle these?
Oh, hold on. No, I already used.
Because I would not have known what was coming. It would
what
not
does
have,
care?
It would not have changed my opinion. I still would have done this. But, so here's the thing. Discard. We can do motivation to reuse a worker, and we can just do what I did, which is get us some coal for next turn.
Oh, hold on. No, What are you doing?
I flipped the card. I'm already to the next step, dude.
Oh, well, okay.
So if we flip motivation, we can reuse a worker. So I think that means just take a worker from someplace, put it somewhere else, and that'll let us do exactly the action I did. Are you all right with that? All right. So we'll just put this person over here to the charcoal kiln, and same thing.
Or care lets us build upgraded medical post for free. That's interesting.
I mean, we already have an upgraded medical post, right? Build or
Now I can use
multiple medical posts at the same time.
activate care or motivation. What is activating it?
It means flip it to its up side.
Right, but oh yeah.
Which wouldn't be terrible, honestly.
All right, well, we'll say we use this too.
Wait, what?
That used one of our children on the medical post.
Oh, you could use the children on a medical post?
With that card, but it activates a care or a motivation.
Wait, what? Is that this
The
card?
card.
All right. Perform this action as normal, except if cold, gain 2 sick children instead. Well, why do you get to get a care or whatever?
Dude, look at this card.
Oh, that's the card you're using. Oh, so you still put him at the medical building.
Yes.
Use a building. Got it.
But I had to activate I had to activate care to do that.
No, activate or unactivate?
Activate
Exhaust.
means flip it over to its exhaust side, yes. I think.
No, activate flips it to its good side. Because this says exhaust.
No.
That's activates it.
Well, seems weird. Oh, it seems really good. All right, fine.
Well,
That's what
we
then.
could have waited, and then we would have gotten our motivation. But that's fine.
No, you can't wait. This has to be when we're doing actions.
I know, but we could have done it next turn. My point is nobody was getting sick this
Oh,
turn.
because that reduces the sick now.
But nobody was
already
getting
reduced
sick this turn.
They will be.
Okay.
All right. So we did the dust phase. Hunger phase. Increase hunger by spending food.
Yeah, we're going to be in trouble.
We have one
with hunger.
food. Yeah, we're going to be in trouble. So we're at hunger 25.
Wait, do we lose at hunger 25?
Oh, maybe. I guess we lost. No,
Well, we
it
would have
just
spent
means
3
yeah,
less food.
less food. So
Right.
still not great, Bob. Not great. All right. Return the spent citizens. 2 of them are cold.
Wait, what?
No. We don't have enough bunkhouses, do we?
Wait, why did we never build that bunkhouse?
Because we built a gathering post instead.
Yeah, I think that was the wrong call. That's fine.
No, it was not. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 sick.
So we can't do children. So let's do 1 of each.
We cannot do children. They go on 2.
Yes. Probably should have put them on the bottom because they're not
That
moving.
was fine. All right. No, they're about to move right now.
Oh, yeah. Good
Shortly.
call. Yes.
All right. So now we're back up to the dawn phase.
Well, hold on. Did we activate this whole card? We did, right? So then we get rid of this and put the next one in. And shuffle it.
Yes.
All right. So dawn
Okay.
phase, we flip this card? Yes?
No.
No?
Advance the round marker. We get our development.
Yay! So our kids can use the cookhouse, which we've never used the entire game.
And we probably won't.
Well, we
That's good.
could. There's no reason not to. Oh, well, 3 food. Never mind. There's a very good reason not to.
Yes. A scenario trigger. Now we do a morning card.
Fanatics.
Fanatic. They believe that it's the end of the world and no one can save humankind. They appear to be correct. They just stand on the streets with signs foretelling doom. We should do something before more people fall into this stupor. We can activate apathy. Oh, activate apathy. We don't have an apathy. So I wonder if that means we just draw one. I think it means we draw one. All right.
No, we can do that. Oh, it says to activate apathy.
Yes. All right. No work means no food. Tell them they won't get their rations or a place to sleep until they get back to work. Lose 4 workers.
That would not be great. Although, be less people to feed
Yeah,
next
I
time.
don't know. Break their signs and give them a choice. They can start working or they will be banished. That would convince at least some of them. There's no place for doomsayers in our settlement. -1 hope and lose 2 workers.
And we can't exhaust motivation.
Well, if we're going to lose workers, we might as well lose
4 of them, yeah.
4 of them. We can convince them that our situation is far from doomed. When they realize that there is still hope, they can go back to work. And there's still hope, they'll go back to work. Only if you exhaust motivation.
Well, we do have... We could easily exhaust the care.
No, only if you exhaust motivation.
No, I'm saying for the middle one.
Oh.
Right? Like, and lose only 2 workers instead of 4 and not add a terrible card in?
All right.
So we immediately lose a worker, though.
Yes. All right, so that was the morning phase. That didn't go great.
No,
Generator phase.
No, it didn't, Bob.
Fuel the generator. Now we're good. Make the kids sick. Done.
I feel like we're doing well, though.
Reset it to 0 and drop the coal. So we have to drop 4 coal. That didn't go great. All right. Weather phase. Reveal a weather card.
I feel like we just put an engineer right on here to begin the phase and not even talk about it. You know what I mean? Not even count that as anybody's action. Not that it matters, but... No, orange does not go up.
Oh, okay. All right. 1 food.
8. Or 4.
4. And the storm moves back 2. That's not great. Did we move the round marker up?
Not yet.
Yes, we did. Because we.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we
That's
did.
when we got our... yeah.
All right. Resolve sickness markers. Hey, we're good there. Action phase. Here we go. All right.
So here's my question. Oh, we have 2 dead people
Why do we have 2 dead people?
because of
No,
that.
it just said lose. It didn't say kill.
So we have no corpses still.
Don't, dude, what are you complaining about?
I mean, I just want to make sure we're not cheating because Mike said this is a hard game, and I feel like we're doing well.
Well, maybe he just sucks at it. I mean, I don't think we're gonna win, but
How do you win? I still don't know how to
Maybe.
win. Like, do we know how to win?
when the storm hits us, I'm assuming if we have this filled up, we're okay.
When does the storm hit us? Oh, here? And that's going to be the end of the game, you think?
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the end of the game, I feel like we're doing all right. Like, let's move the storm then, right?
Well, look at our food situation.
Settle down, Bob.
We can't even
No,
get
no, I
more
got my
food.
kid here. So if we can get to 12 food, I can get rid of 18 hunger,
All right, well, we need to retrieve our meeples.
which we can clearly get to 12 food. And what happens for every food we can't do?
All right, so we're definitely putting 2 workers on the hunter sides, all right?
Yeah, and then
we gotta
one
spend how much coal?
engineer. Hold on, and one engineer here. Let's not even think about that, right?
All right. Why? Oh, okay. All right, so we spent 2 coal.
Is that all it costs to get the red?
Because the red, yeah.
3, dude. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, all right.
That's why I got 4. That's why I wanted to get 4 at the end of last round.
Okay. So you
Nope.
healed the coal, good, and we move up 10 on the food trap.
Okay. Do we want to use our kid for my action? I
Well, you
don't
better.
see why we wouldn't.
What
right?
do they go on to do it?
Use building
Cookhouse.
cookhouse. So we can spend food to get rid of
Oh,
discontent.
but now he's gonna get sick. But screw it, I don't care. Get sick, child.
Ah, screw it. I don't care. Get sick child. So 12
All right,
gets
how much
rid
food
of
are we spent?
18.
How
12
much?
gets
12?
rid of 18, so we're there. And 22 goes to 4.
4.
All right, so how do we get more food? Is there literally no way except building another
There's
cookhouse?
literally no way.
Well, we build another cookhouse then. It is what it is.
I mean, you mean a hunter's hut?
Or do we do the hothouse at this point? I think we just do the hothouse here, right? We've got the wood to do it.
Well, if we do the hothouse, we just do it here.
Where? Well, then we have to spend actions to remove these things.
Same action, right? Unless you're building something else.
I mean, we could, though. Like, we're losing 1 coal instead of... Like, don't forget, we're losing a tree here or whatever.
All right, fine. So
Well, hold
we're
on.
building.
Hold on. Well, let's look at this. If we upgrade this, it becomes a red action. And we could upgrade here, right? As a red action. So the question
No,
is...
that doesn't upgrade. Oh, yeah. Yes.
So we could upgrade this for what? 1 wood?
Mm-hmm.
Which would get us more coal and make it a red action so we don't have to heat ourselves as much this turn. I'm trying to see if we can stay in red this turn. You know what I mean? Although, if we build a hunters... Because we have the 3 jobbers to upgrade
But
this,
we're
too.
building.
So
We're
wanna
building first.
build
right?
first and then upgrade, because then we can upgrade that one, right?
Wouldn't you be better building here? Leave the coal. Oh no, that's a gather. We definitely build better building here. Leave that coal there because that's next to a gathering point.
Yes. Yeah, good call.
Okay.
So
So
that's
we
one
built that
action.
for how much?
I don't know.
Costs 4 wood.
I mean, just delete them, right?
And a steam core.
Okay. Do we want to build anything else? Is there anything here?
We need a bunkhouse, right?
Yeah, let's build the bunkhouse while we're here. 3 wood. Although, gosh, that is... And we can put that anywhere. It literally doesn't matter. So let's just put it all the way out here. Because you never go there, right?
Well, I mean, they're going to be cold.
Why?
because it's an orange building and we're not heating to orange.
Well, we're not heating to one away either. So they're going to be cold no matter what.
No, if we heat to orange, orange is covered regardless of where it is.
Right. That's what I'm saying. We're going to have to heat to orange.
Well, we can destroy something.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
If we can destroy this.
Yeah, no reason not to.
Oh, wait. And put the bunkhouse here.
Yes, but all that does is make it one less spot we got to get to. And guess what?
Yeah.
We still
or
have
we could spend
bunkhouses.
one more wood and make it a house instead.
The question is, but then we can't turn wood into coal with the charcoal kiln.
Oh, we have to do the sawmill first anyway.
Why do we have to do sawmill?
Flip the charcoal kiln in the hothouse.
That's the upgrade place, not the sawmill.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm. Yeah, but we need the sawmill to get the wood that we need to upgrade.
No, we don't need to upgrade. The hothouse only needs quartz, which we have to.
But I thought you wanted to upgrade something else.
Well, if you want
You
to
upgrade the charcoal kiln, don't you?
then we have the wood already for that.
Yeah. All right.
Although,
But then we can't use the kiln.
right, because we don't. But then we have to go to the sawmill to use the kiln. We swallowed the fly. I guess we'll die. Like, this is where we're at right now.
Are you going to want to upgrade or not? What does the hothouse get us?
It gets us red and 2 more food.
I don't care about that.
So we could just go there once, right? And then do we get to start a project? Is that how we start a project also? Or only how we advance it?
We can start a new project by going there.
We
But
can?
I'm not dead. Dude, there's no point in that. There's really 0 point.
Well, I still think we want to upgrade this
Why?
for 2 more food and make it reds so we don't get sick.
Dude, all our stuff.
And what the heck else are we going to do with that action? Is the real
We need
question.
coal.
We do need coal. We could send somebody here.
We got to heat. Look, we have to heat more. Is the point.
Well, we need coal to heat more. We can't heat more without coal.
All right. Well, we're sending a worker to gather.
Okay, that worker's going to get sick.
There. Now we have more coal.
Does that worker just get sick, though, right? Just one?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. So we can now heat up to here.
I mean, again, if we do this, we can upgrade both of those, and now we have the wood to turn it into coal also, by the way.
All right. So you're going to send the
So we
engineer
don't
here?
have to heat anymore. Just leave the heat where it is this turn. So you send it here. We upgrade 2 things, right? So for 2 cores. Oh, but we still need a hunter to go hunting. And 1 would upgrade the charcoal kiln if we want to. Do you want to do that, or do you not care about that?
Going to be an awful lot of sick people.
Either that, or what happens if we don't feed our people? What's the negative here? They just get a fist?
We get a discontent. Yeah.
That's it? I think we're okay with that, right?
Probably.
Yeah, and it's right on the line. So of all the places... Now, do we have to feed? Or
Yes. You have to feed.
no? So we have to feed the 2.
Yes.
But I think we're okay with that, right? So do we want to get the coal? Because
Well, did we upgrade it?
we can upgrade it. That's what I'm saying. We can upgrade it for 1. And then use the other 1 and a worker to do the action and get 5 coal. Now the question is, do we want to use the coal this turn, since we...
Why did we waste so much energy on the hothouse?
On the what?
Why did we waste 2 actions on the hothouse?
We wasted more than 2 actions. We gathered wood. We wasted a lot of stuff. If we weren't going to use it, you are correct.
Whatever, it's fine.
I mean, we'll use it eventually, right?
Maybe.
Oh, should we have used an action to fill this? Because if we get hit by the storm, do we lose? We don't know the answer to that, right? It's weird that it says once per round on this. I'm still confused if it says and or. Each time you perform this action, spend an amount of food.
Yes, you perform the action once per round, and during that action, you can do as many of those as you want.
All right.
I mean, it seems pretty clear.
All right. So what are we at?
Are we heating it more? Yes, we're heating more.
How much more?
Four.
What do we? I mean, if we're doing 4, we may as well do 5.
No,
Prevent
because
the
that
kids
bumps
from
it up.
getting sick.
No, that bumps us from 4 to 5 cubes.
Who cares about that? We're getting rid of 5 a turn anyway. My point is, these move it up once, and so does going out. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, you're right. The kids are almost fine. All right.
So we spend 5?
Sure. I have not spent them yet.
I just did.
Okay. So that's it. Dusk phase. Hey, how can we get screwed this time?
Child
Child,
education.
move the development token or upgrade a small building by paying its upgrade cost. All right, again, we can't do anything. All right. Hunger phase.
Hunger phase. So we just flip one of these, or do we want to add one? Add one it is.
All right. Now we got to feed people. So we got to feed kids. How many we got? 7. All right. And now we're on the night phase, which everybody has a warm place to sleep. So.
Oh, yeah, because we heated. Yep.
Okay, move the round marker. Morning phase. Reveal a morning card. Long hours of toil. Some of our people are so tired they can barely walk. We must do something about it, or efficiency is not the only thing that is going to fall. Force them to work. +2 discontent. Add 14 to the dust deck. Okay. Or let them rest. Place 1 spent worker or engineer token in the supply. Then for each active apathy, place another. Well, we don't have any active apathy, so we're clearly doing that one. So we lose a worker.
Oh, did we already lose a worker last turn?
No.
Yes, we
did. We chose not to do that. What do you mean?
We're down to 5 workers because we lost.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So that was that. Generator phase. We got a worker sick. Okay. Drop the coal. So.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, we only got 4.
It's jobbing.
We're gonna do it like that. Just no, because then you just clear 1 column.
Oh, touche.
All right. Weather phase. Reveal a weather card. 1/1/1.
No red. Oh my gosh. 4 food.
And 1 on the storm. Okay.
All right. So I have no cards left, by the way. Should we be using this like jobbing? Reveal 3 dust cards. You may choose 1. Dust cards don't seem so bad. What's yours? Place a near tile. If all near tiles have... Maybe we use yours. Exhaust the motivation. We need to get that motivation.
We don't have it, so let's not worry about it.
We need to figure out how to get it. Doing these, I guess, right? Isn't doing these how we get them? Yeah. Heated meals.
All right. Here we go.
New faith.
The cookhouse will let us do it. Okay, so action time. So what do we need?
I mean, yours seems good. Hold on.
We're spending 2 coal. We spent 2 coal.
To do what?
get reds heated.
No, that would only put us to here.
Oh, all right. So we're spending 3 coal.
No, we have 3. Good.
Yeah, that's it. Now we have nothing.
So we need to get wood. Which don't we have the tree jobbing?
Oh no.
Sawmill we can do. Well, let's do this, right? So give me an engineer. I mean, we're doing this every turn. Like, let's not screw around with that. Like, do we know what the bad thing is for that, by the way?
The generator shuts down.
That
what
can't
that
be
means.
good, right?
It doesn't sound good, does it?
There's nothing about that can be good.
I'm pretty sure bad things are going to happen. All right.
Okay.
We're going to the sawmill?
Yeah, I think we go to the sawmill. Cut down our last tree. Get 3 wood. Those sawmills have been useful.
All right, and then we're going to the kiln and getting 5 coal.
Yep, from our sawmill. And all of that was red, so we're good at this point.
All right.
So we can. Do we want to do
we're
hunt
going to
house?
go to the hot house.
We can do it twice even. To get 18 food if
I don't think
want.
we need to.
Doesn't spoil. 13.
13.
Yeah.
Then we're going to go here and spend 3 food.
Seems like the plan.
Okay.
Now this isn't put us in any danger. So what do we want to do with an engineer?
I'd say the medical post.
What's that one? Oh, that heals people. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And it's in red still, so which is freaking awesome.
All right. So heal 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Right.
Well, we're gonna 1, 2, 3. We're gonna get a lot of cold, so let's heat some more.
Yeah, we will.
So we'll spend 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got to get above orange anyway for the bunkhouses.
Yes. That's a
So
good call.
workers and engineers need to be healed more.
So the problem is we're not going to be able to heat.
This is going to be the last round of the game, so don't worry about it.
Do we think?
All right, I think because the storm's going to hit us.
All right.
Okay. Dusk phase. It's an automaton. We dug up an automaton. This must be what that light was. How did it end up here under the snow? No one knows. Its leg is missing, but parts of it are visible under the snow and ice. With enough effort, we could fix it. This machine could work while our citizens sleep or recover. We must fix it. Only if you exhaust motivation. Damn it.
There's a lot of motivation. Yeah.
This machine's heart, the steam core, will be more use to us than the machine itself. Gain 1 steam core. Place 1 spent engineer token in the supply. We haven't got any spare workforce. Leave the machine buried despite the excitement. Plus 1 discontent. Add 43.
I think we get the steam core, right?
And lose an engineer?
Why not? What are we going to do with that?
Because we've used 2 engineers every time. For the medical tent, they're required. And for the healing the generator, they're required.
So we're going to do the last one?
I was going to say take the discontent.
What's a discontent?
Boom.
Okay.
All right. And 43 to the deck.
I'll do it.
You got that?
Yep.
And hunger phase. Hey, we fed our people. Okay.
It's like a Grickle.
And now, I know. How many engineers do you have? 8? That's not bad.
No,
What could go wrong?
I mean, we got this hothouse is freaking amazing.
All right. Turn the meeples. On phase. Move this. And resolve development and scenario trigger tokens. Okay. Reveal and resolve a morning card. Another settlement. The pillars of smoke on the horizon indicate that there is a settlement out there. The thought of not being alone is comforting. But now our hunters tell us that our neighbors face a crisis. Most of their workforce is sick. Should we help? Where's the no answer?
Yes.
We will send them aid. We can spare some resources. Place this card in the event display. Add 19 to the dust deck. Once per game, and only if the beacon is built. When you perform this action, take 3 or more resources from the supply and place them on this card.
Wait. Oh, from the supply, not from ours. Or is that from our supply?
Yeah, it's our supply. Forget about them. Our needs are more important. -1 hope. Add number 20 to the dust deck.
Yeah, so we got to send 3 supplies, basically. Which, that's easier said than done. Honestly.
I say forget about them.
And what are we going to add?
-1 hope. And then add 20. Number 20.
We're going to flip another one of these? Oh.
I already did.
I gotcha. And then we add 20.
Yep.
I don't think the game is over, by the way.
All right, well, we'll find out. Generator. Fuel the generator.
Oops. I literally just put it back in the thing. Except now I don't know where it is. Alright, I'm going to search for D020. Where did I put it?
So we gain a sick engineer and a sick worker.
D02. Did I put it here?
No.
Where does it tell you? I literally felt like I dropped it right back here. And it's just gone. Oh, it was on top. All right, it was in a different pile. Thank you, sir. Okay.
Okay. So roll the die. I moved the sick people already.
1. All right. Guess what we're not doing this turn? Remember how you said we needed the engineers? We've rolled 1 or max. One time we rolled 1 under.
All right, weather phase. Reveal the weather card.
We didn't have to deal with the storm yet?
No, that's when we do it now.
For food.
For food.
Yep.
Move the storm out and possibly resolve a storm. Okay, here we go. Resolve the storm. Brace yourselves. The frost is here. Flip all bunkhouses to their ruined side.
Yeah, the things we just made.
Remove the storm marker from the game. All right, I guess it's not done.
Yeah, and we have 0 places to put people. Oh. That's real bad. In case you're wondering what's real bad, that's
all right.
real bad.
I think we're going to call it after this round.
So how do we win?
Let's call it now because it's late.
Well,
We have to, I guess, get to this.
so let's read the card.
All right, we'll see what happens then.
Yeah. So
Spoiler
basically,
alert,
we just
everybody.
have to survive to there. So yeah,
Okay.
spoiler alert if you want to know.
Round 11. Place S4 in the display.
Or people are questioning your decisions.
Populi.
They cannot understand.
They cannot understand. Mine expedition has not been sent yet to find other people from our enemy or from our convoy. Their friends and relatives were among those who wanted to settle on the location. Dawn fades. If the beacon is built, resolve 2.
Which is this. We already did this. Like, why are they saying we didn't find them?
Oh wait, that's 6 you flipped over.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oops. 4. Sorry.
Survive the storm. A howling gale snares the city in its grasp. The generator creaks under its weight, opposing the raging winds. Hunting or transporting raw materials from our warehouse means certain death. We'll have to make do with the food and coal we've stockpiled. All right. And then in round 12, instead of playing a normal round, resolve this card. Lose half your food. Return all scouts from expeditions. Do not collect rewards. Generator phase. Play as normal. Hunger. Increase hunger by 2 for each citizen, people. Gain 5 food for each food ration on S3 or 7. So that'd be 15.
Yep.
Spend food to decrease hunger. Resolve the effect in the hunger marker.
So you just do a random round of, like, feeding your people?
Yeah, I guess. Frostbite. Gain 12 sick citizens of each type. Reduced by 2 for each coal stock. Count all shelters as heated. Well, we don't have any. For each citizen meeple without somewhere warm to sleep, gain 3 sick citizens of the corresponding type. Resolve the effects of sit marker. If you have survived, you are victorious. Well, there you go.
So here's what I'm thinking. I'm kind of thinking you just build these from the beginning. Because
otherwise it's a waste. If you can't upgrade them,
you can't. Now
Hmm.
you're going to deal with more sick people early, but it doesn't really matter. And we never got we're over focused on it, but we would have been screwed right there. There's 0% chance. I think you got to get these buildings early. Also, coal mines and wall drills. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're helpful.
Being able to get 5 pretty early.
You need some choice too.
You have to get a core to do it. Yeah. So I feel like building the tree thing was good, right? Being able to knock down those trees seemed very good. Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's go to final thoughts time.
All right.
All right, Jerry. So final thoughts on what's the name of this game?
Frostpunk.
So we played for, I don't know, 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, I'd say like 2.5.
Yeah. Using the official TTS mod. I do think it would be cooler if we could dump the coal down the chute. That was a little sad we didn't get to do that. But beside that, we basically yes, I already tried that earlier.
Oh, okay.
It does absolutely nothing, as you can see. I guess we could have gotten coal by gathering here, by the way. We never did that.
Yeah, it's only 2.
And for an action. So it's worker placement. I do like worker placement. I saw some pictures of the game, and I wish I would have. I could download them and put them up for everybody to see. But the miniatures, the plastic miniatures, look pretty cool.
Yeah, they go on all the buildings and everything. It does look cool.
It's not as complicated as it originally seems. If you're following, you just follow down the turn structure. Honestly, the only thing I would have done was make this bigger. I don't know why we never thought to do that. My biggest criticism, I think it's obvious. The game's super long.
It's long and it's difficult.
I feel like we were on a good trajectory. Now, losing all our houses there definitely would have set us way back.
Crushed it.
Yeah. But for every person, they just get sick, basically. Is that what it is? So we were nowhere on this sickness track. You know what I mean? And do you lose a meeple here, or do you just lose one person?
You lose a person, but then you get a corpse.
Yes.
And you have to flip over a character card to see what else you lose, which is activate anger -1 hope, activate anger -1 hope, or depends on what kind of person you lost, right? Or -2 hope.
I got it.
So people dying is rough.
Is real bad.
But yeah, we could have let it get up here because you have an extra turn of it flipping.
Right.
But, still not great.
No, it's not. And we could have done coal thumpers and stuff seem fine, but
coal
then you got to gather.
And then you got to keep all the spaces empty to put stuff there.
Although, let's think about this. If we put a coal thumper here, let's say, and we'd cleared this, then we put a gather thing here. Coal thumper's putting out 3 times 3.
Where are you putting the coal thumper?
If the coal thumper was here.
Oh, okay.
So you're getting 3, 1, 2, 3. and then 1, 2, 3 again, and then 1, 2, 3, I guess. Oh no, we just put them in the same spot again.
No, you put them in the same spot.
Yeah, sorry. So each of them has 3. So now whenever we gather here, I mean, I don't know that there's a better spot for something like this. Maybe here?
Now, what you want is you want the wall drill on the coal. It's much better.
The wall drill here. Or
No.
here. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so the problem with this was going to be we would have had to take 2 turns gathering the coal just to clear the spot. Then we would have to build the wall drill. I feel like
No, you don't have to gather the coal.
Oh, that's true. And
Like if you're going to be building a wall drill anyway, you might as well just build it over the coal. Like, don't waste the time.
Yeah. I wonder if you don't build the wood one first, because that helps you build to the coal one. You know what I mean?
No, that's an awful lot of cores, though.
And it's only 2, depending on whether you upgrade it or not. Oh, the yellow.
We said only 2. We had an absurd number of cores that we got this round.
We had 3, and we buried 1. Yeah. So anyway, I mean, we're talking strategy here, but what was your overall thoughts on the game?
I mean, it has that good tension where, I mean, we didn't even mess with the exploration.
We should have done this.
Yeah. Well, we say we should have done that, but what could we have afforded not to do? All right.
Gain a steam core and 3 food.
Because I was thinking what we really needed was like people, right?
And then if we kept going,
specifically engineers.
Well,
so we probably would have done one of the people ones.
Yeah, so we were here at the beginning of the game. So really, yeah, if we would have just gotten 2 engineers. So let's see what these people ones look like.
This one has gained 3 engineers.
3 workers. Or, so yeah, I don't even know how to resolve this. Or we must stay together, +1 hope, 4 workers, 2 children, and a sick worker.
1 sick.
What is a sick worker? What does that mean?
You move the sick marker for workers up 1.
Oh, these are sick workers?
Yes.
So should we have reduced our people with those?
No.
Oh, that's just number of sick people out of the... So this could never pass our number of workers.
No. Correct.
So is that the like hard cap for it? Is that like...
I think so.
Oh. All right.
Oh, you didn't understand what that was?
No, no, I did not, honestly.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Mike, like I said, is wonderful, and he's usually good at explaining rules. He did a terrible job today. I mean, it was terrible.
Well, I had already watched the gaming rules, or some of the gaming rules videos.
He started with this does this and this does this. I had no idea what our goal was of the game. I had no idea of how we did any actions. He just started explaining tracks. I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
But you had played the game before.
Yes. Okay.
Except you don't remember.
I mean, I kind of remember now. Like after playing, I certainly remember some of it. But there's no way I was going to remember. I just needed to know how to take an action at the beginning of the game, and we never got there. But whatever.
Well, I mean, the TTS mod is obviously they've put care into creating it.
Yes.
And based on what I saw of people playing the physical version, it also looks like they put a lot of effort into that as well. The production values look excellent.
Yeah.
And I like the kind of narrative bit. It was hard. It was punishing. That's okay. It's long. I'm not sure I'd choose this over the video game.
Well, right? I mean, it's something completely different, right? I mean, so for example, Slay the Spire we played the other day. We both enjoyed that, and we viewed it as something you could do in addition to the video game. By the way, I played the video game quite a bit after we played that the other day. I know this isn't a Slay the Spire discussion, but I'm going to go there anyway. And the video game's long. I don't know that the board game was that much longer than the video game.
Well, once you get used to playing the video game, it is not. I
don't know. I was playing for 2 or 3 hours to get through
Yeah, well, most of the time you can fly through it
Okay.
if you know what the cards are and what they do and what the upgrades are and all that.
Well,
But
sure.
yeah, I mean, the game would get quicker for the board game as well when you're more used to it.
Correct.
I mean, I could see so comparing it to Slay the Spire, which just because they're video games that have solo video games that have been translated into a cooperative board games.
Yeah.
I think Slay the Spire does a little bit better.
Yes.
I'd want to play that cooperatively. On its own merits. This one, I wouldn't say no to it, but if I was in the mood to play Frostpunk, I'd probably break out the video game. I wouldn't try to round up people to play this.
So are you doing the same thing, building structures in that video game?
Yes.
So people are asking us. So it's an overhead type game similar to this.
Yes.
Where you're gathering resources.
Gathering resources, building buildings, sending your people out. There's an expedition. There's the beacon. It's pretty faithful to the video game. There's automatons, or there's steam cores.
Is it
the idea of the first scenario is the same?
Does it feel like a board game?
The video game?
Yes. No. Okay.
No, because it's real time.
Oh, so it's a real time strategy game?
Sort of, yeah, to some degree.
Interesting.
Okay.
Is it punishing? Yeah. Is it known to be punishing?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's punishing. But this scenario we played is the same as the first scenario in the video game. You can explore, try to find out what happened at our settlement. Big storm comes, and
so we're on turn 9.
You need to be prepared.
So we needed 2 more. We need to survive 2 more turns. I feel like we would have survived.
Barely.
We might not have thrived, but we would have survived.
It would have been barely.
Yeah, because I don't think we're getting to 10 dead people, right? Because you're not losing people that fast.
Well, we're more likely that when people die, it pumps up our discontent so much.
Well, we still hadn't even done these things, which we could do to get rid of discontent and increase content.
Oh, the laws?
The laws.
Yeah, the only thing that it's a little bit that I miss between the video game and this, I think, is board games have to have that tension where there's always things you want to do that you don't have the resources or the time to do.
Right.
There's got to be that tension.
Yeah.
There's too much of that tension here, I think, because there's whole parts of the game that we were basically not able to play with. We didn't really do the exploration. We didn't really have time to mess with the laws. Those are probably the 2 big things.
I feel like
there was a whole bunch of things we just missed out on.
I feel like more so not because of the lack of time, but the lack of understanding. I didn't look at the laws because I didn't want to know. There's just so much stuff here, right? There's just too much.
Me, I look at them.
The exploration.
Now, part of the problem is our particular society card that we started with at the beginning, which was randomly selected, only gave us 2 engineering meeples to do actions with, and passing laws requires engineering meeples. So I think that the law thing in particular is probably heavily influenced by that.
Yeah.
But we didn't really do exploration at all, which
I wish we would have. But again,
we were just treading water with what
Yes.
what we had.
Yes. And I know that bothers you in games. Specifically, it bothers you when you don't have, you can't do the exploring part. You want to explore, you want to find new stuff, you want to read these, flavor text.
Right. Yeah.
It bothers you more than me. But I felt like.
Well, I'm surprised you wanted to do anything that involved reading more.
Well, I did want to explore more though, because these cards, there's not that much flavor text on them. It's not that terrible. Honestly, more of it is I didn't exactly understand how a lot of the mechanisms, and again, it's not overcomplicated. Every action is pretty straightforward. It's just there's so many choices, especially at the beginning of the game.
And I would say one other thing that kind of bugs me a little bit about it is that it seems like the game, for us to be successful at the game, we would have had to play better, right? But some games I come away with, I understand what I could what I could do to play better next time. I'm not sure I understand what we could have done to play better this time.
I think we had to get out to the edge a
right?
little bit faster.
Maybe.
And I think,
Maybe.
as we said, we take a couple extra sick people early to get to these houses faster. But again, everything we're talking about is requiring more stuff. Like,
Maybe.
I feel like we needed more lumber mills earlier too. Although lumber mill is a weird one, right? Because it cost 2 for a sawmill to get you 3. Now you're going to do it twice. So 2 will get you 6, but it also requires 2 actions if you're not upgrading, right? I mean, obviously we put it in the middle of a bunch and that was great.
I mean, I recognize what you just said as things we could do differently. I'm not sure. I'm not convinced it would have been better.
I mean, getting better houses earlier would have been better.
I don't know. Because that's twice as expensive as the tents.
Well, I think I almost feel like you go to tents and then you go to houses. You skip the bunkers in between.
Well, the tents are yellows though, so you got to keep them.
And I don't know that we heated to yellow early on. Also, I don't know that we did that right. So they wouldn't have been heated anyway. So they would have kept.
No, they would have been because we heated to here, the bottom.
Oh, right. And we
did not heat to yellow, right? Because they were close enough.
Got it. Yep. Okay. Yes. I understand now.
So I mean, it might be. I might think it's a little bit too punishing and difficult. I mean, it's not like Robinson Crusoe. I don't want to play anymore kind of level, but
I enjoyed it more than that for sure.
Well, I mean, I like the video game. It's somewhat depressing to play. Like I didn't come away with it feeling. I felt a little beat down.
I agree with that.
Is that really the feeling I want when I play a cooperative game?
What are the hammers in the corner here?
You have to spend an action to get rid of them.
Oh, okay. It doesn't mean you can repair them.
No. They're ruined.
Well, yeah. I can repair ruined things, but apparently not those things.
I mean, I'd want to play the physical version, I think. If we play again.
Well, if we had the miniature houses, we might feel a little bit differently
about it. Table presence might make a big difference.
And it's the kind of game also where if you played it back to back to back, I think you'd get faster at playing it. Because, for the first few rounds, I had no idea what was going on. And I think dropping the things in here would make it feel a little bit better. Like, I liked the story cards. I liked what we were doing. There was no part of it I didn't like. I just thought there was too much of it. And I think that's okay. But I almost wish for mission 1, they go, we're not going to deal with exploring this mission. Don't worry about that. Or we're not going to deal with laws of this mission. There's not even a way to get those buildings. You know what I mean? Like, all this is fine.
I don't understand how we get an automaton either. You know?
Mike, I think it's a law, maybe?
I think so.
See, what's all these?
One other thing I was kind of disappointed in our technology. I guess the generator safety system would have been okay.
I mean, the one we got was
but that was a waste of time.
Was poopy. Yeah. I mean,
that one might have been okay.
Before checking generator breakdown, if there are 2 or fewer stress cubes on the overflow space, remove those cubes without any effect. Sure.
I mean, the first one's pretty awesome.
Is it?
But we don't even have a
advanced.
Know how to create automatons.
Well, but we didn't know how to. Yeah, we didn't know how to get automatons, so it wouldn't have been that awesome.
But if the heat marker is higher than red, you don't even have to spend coal to use them. That'd be pretty awesome if we knew how to make them in the first place.
Well, right. So that's the question.
Yeah, I mean,
and Mike said it at one point, but again, he said a lot of things.
Yeah.
Food, heat meals. So I guess final thoughts here, because we've kind of talked about a lot of random stuff, but we didn't really. I mean, but maybe that's our final thoughts. It's like there's a lot of random stuff going on. Yeah, like the people cards in your hand. I liked all that stuff. I don't know. I just felt like it always felt like one thing too much. And again, I think this would be an awesome end game state. Like if this is my 5th game playing this, I think I would have had a lot of fun with it. As my first game, I wish they would have pared it down more. I think that's where I stand on
Yeah,
it.
like a tutorial kind of thing.
Yeah, like why?
An easier mission.
And maybe there is one, and maybe we just don't know about it.
Well, my fear is that they consider this the tutorial mission,
Right, and
and that the rest of them are even worse.
if it gets harder from here
wow.
or longer, yeah, that's a problem. But companies do this all the time. They screw up the tutorial mission. We did it ourselves with Salvation Road, right? Like they make the tutorial too hard, or the first mission too hard, and sometimes the second mission's even easier. Robinson Crusoe, same kind of thing. So maybe that is the situation here. Maybe the second scenario is like should have been the first scenario.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, Mike's played more than we have. Maybe he'd have something to add there, but
some insight on that, yeah. But
yeah.
I mean, this is a first impression video. It's not a review, so there's that.
I mean, the game is beautiful. The mod's well done. I think it faithfully captures the theme and the feel of the video game. I'm just not sure I'd rather play this than the video game.
Yes.
I think that's my final thoughts, really.
Right. But some people are Luddites and don't want to play video games. Although...
Or they want to play it cooperatively, which is not an option with the video game. At least not that I'm aware of.
The cooperative part that was nice about this is that it was just like discussing things, but there's nothing that didn't make this a solo game also.
Oh, true. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's no reason we had to go back and forth on actions. They're like, no, you hunt and I'll do this. It's like, well, who gives it crap, right? Like, it barely matters.
I would not play this solo. But then again, I'm not really a solo gamer, so I take that with a grain of salt. I would play the video game. But I said the same thing about Slay the Spire. I wouldn't play that solo either. I'd just play the video game. So,
whereas I might after playing the video game, honestly. I liked Slay the Spire's small number of like hit points and stuff like that. How, I don't know, the 6 hit points thing, 6 damage or whatever bothers me, and then like 32 is their health or whatever. I don't know, it's just weird. Like
it requires math. You were told there would be no math.
Well, and you know me, I love math, and I'm a math person, like, but it's annoying math. You know what I mean? Like some math is fine.
There's more of a range, so you can do more stuff with it.
But I felt like the effects were
just ones and twos.
I felt like the effects were just as cool in the board game though, and I didn't mind the, lack of granularity there. But anyway, I mean that's another game altogether. But I do think it's interesting that we played these back-to-back board game implementations of video games. Do you think? I mean, I think that one did way better co-op than this one did. This one, there was nothing I felt like I was doing on my own. I felt like there was no reason for both of us to be selecting what to do with workers unless we disagreed on something.
I mean, I think big part of what they intend to co-op is more discussing the options and deciding as a group rather than the individual worker placement.
But I feel that way with Robinson Crusoe too. Like
I
feel like
blocked that out of my memory.
Well, but you have 2 workers in your color, but like any 2 people can go to a space. It doesn't have to be your 2 meeples or whatever. So again, I feel like it doesn't matter there what color the meeples are that are there. I mean, I feel that like that about Atlantis Rising. Is that the one also where you've got like 7 or 8 meeples and you're putting them on those island spaces?
Yeah.
Like to some degree, I don't care who goes to what space. Like, I don't know. I guess you could say that about Pandemic too. I'm trying to figure out what it is about these games that like these worker placement ones specifically. It feels like I'm annoyed by the fact that I'm not doing my own thing. You've said that about Marvel Champions, right? Or I'm trying to think of what game you said that about. But like, there's nothing that made me feel unique. It wasn't Marvel Champions, obviously, because Marvel Champions, everybody feels unique. I think it's harder to follow what other people are doing unless they're talking out their whole turn.
Yes.
And
I don't really care.
Well, sure, but that's what that is.
That's a me. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, final thoughts. I mean, I think there's a lot of good design here. I think a lot of the game is fun. I think the difficulty's off. Like, if this is normal difficulty and there are 2 harder levels, why? Like, I wish there would have been a better tutorial mission. And I understand, like, that the tower's right in the middle, and if they put it off to the side, it would be a lot harder to do other actions. I get that. But, like, why? Again, with a lot of these things, why not just make the first one way simpler than what we've seen? Because for me, it's the complexity and the number of options you had for a first play is overwhelming. I do think it's a kind of game that you'll be rewarded for future plays, though. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think the more you play it, the more you're probably going to grow to love it. And, like, really see those sneaky combos. But the problem is, it's not even like a game that you'd lose in, like, 30 minutes and you could get better at. It's a game where it's going to take you, like, 3 hours to play through your first time. And then maybe you get it down to, like, 2 hours. But, like, in order to master it, you're going to have to play a lot of 2-hour games.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, it has good table presence, right? That makes it a little bit easier to get to the table, I guess. But
absolutely, yeah, I look forward to seeing the live version of this game. Cool.
Yeah. All right.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Let me see if there's any comments. No final comments.
Nope.
So, yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. Hope you enjoyed that, and we will see you soon. Bye.
Good night, everybody.